Hello everybody and welcome back. I do apologise, we've definitely got issues. Apparently it's a local exchange issue. Yeah, whatever that means. So yeah, we might be up and down a little bit today. Hopefully we'll have the is that right? Have I done that right? Yeah, it's okay. Hopefully that will have the long-term solution of permanently fixing my upload download, but we'll have to see how we get on. Thank you very much for the bits, Buckshot. Thank you very much. Very much. Thank you very much. It's James.
How did you know?
How did you know, James?
I love this song.
It's my favourite song, James.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound. And I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky.
How you doing, James? How's the working week treating you, fella? Right, what are we doing? What are we actually doing? Are we not ready? Is this thing not operational yet? Let's go and have a look around. Let's go and like that twang things with my hammer. And twang all the things. Twangy McTwangy. Blower! 3 months on the sub, dude. You get your little bronze crown. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very, very, very much. Always a pleasure, sir. Let's get some sub love out there in chat for the one and only, the mighty. Ding, ding, ding in the blue corner. Loar, how you doing, fella? Sorry, Captain. As you were saying, you can't pre-order the Xbox One yet. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. They're actually intentionally holding off until closer to release date. Why do you think that is? Interesting. Why would they deliberately hold off? Oh, damn. That's where I started doing the thingy McJingly, wasn't it? Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, why would you think they would hold off on starting to allow pre-orders? There's got to be a reason for that, right? You think they'd be quite interested in knowing just what interest was at the moment, wouldn't you? I mean, Microsoft has sort of always been very, well, apparently been very, very clear from what I understand about making the gaming community sort of understand that actually, I wonder, we don't really need these double door systems, do we? That the Xbox One X is not really targeting like your mainstream gamer. It's really there for those people that have got that extra bit of cash that want to have that extra little push to 4K, isn't it? It's not there and never was designed to be there to replace the Xbox One. This is just something that, you know, if you're interested in having that little bit of extra oomph, this is Microsoft's essentially response or alternative to the PlayStation 4 Pro, isn't it? It's just that obviously they've released, you know, 12 to 18 months later and therefore have got more of an upgrade than the PlayStation 4 Pro has. I suppose for folks like me who currently don't have an Xbox One, because I essentially sold mine to try and sort of fund getting the Stream EC back up and running earlier this year. I guess the temptation's there, isn't it? If you've got a 4K TV, I suppose, in particular. And even if you haven't got a 4K TV, you know, the possibility that you might be able to play some of these games at a higher frame rate instead. I'm just going to split these up like this. Shove a few in. Nissipa, thank you very much, mate. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much for all the bits. Very much appreciated. Thank you. You're on your lunch break. It's way too hot to work in. I thought you'd got aircon, mate. Aren't you living in like you have like one of these cushy jobs with aircon, mate? You come pretending it's all hard work over there, James. Sitting there with your swanky chill freezer aircon in your office. They say they may have something up their sleeve, maybe some special bundles. That's oh, I see. Ah, yeah. See, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, and maybe there's something they're not quite ready to announce yet. Interesting. I'm sure it will sell very well, no doubt. I think all consoles these days, especially as they start blurring the lines a little bit between PC and console in terms of performance. I mean, there's people like me. I'm not alone in sitting here thinking, you know, an upgrade for me is very expensive right now for PC. No doubt about that. Maybe it is time to start thinking about going back to a bit of console gaming for a while, just while sort of gauge the console environment a little bit. There's some really good games coming out. Really good games out. You know, console exclusive. I don't think I'd be upset if I decided to spend my PC upgrade money on some more games rather than just hardware upgrades. Ploar is on his lunch. Ploar, James, same person. Oh my god, have I got it confused? What? Hang on, what? It was James that said he was on his lunch, didn't it? Oh my god, no it wasn't. It was Ploar who said he was on his lunch. Oh no, I done fluffed it, mate. You see, you're merging into one, lads. That's it now. Travesty. As long as you don't start sharing your dungarees, fellas, we can probably just about live with that, alright. Imagine the confusion if you both wore dungarees. What chance would I have? But actually, Pilar, you do sell aircons, industrial fridges and coolers, but the warehouse isn't equipped with it. What? No way, dude. That's shocking, mate. That's appalling. So you work for a company that has a big bloody warehouse full of refrigeration units, but they don't bother installing one in there. That's shocking, mate. That's terrible. I'll have a word with the Queen, mate. Dungaree shopping confirmed. Nice blue and red dungers for the barrier. It was quite scary actually when I spoke to the girlfriend then. It was a strange experience in the daytime. Waiting to go to work. Like the internet was off. But better go and speak to the girlfriend. Terrible, isn't it? How come you're so chatty? Well, you know, just been missing you. Because the internet's down. we know the score, don't we, boys? Is it going to be 2 on each side? I think it is, isn't it? Actually, hang on. Let me just go and check something. Something really annoying me here. I think I might have boffed this. Yeah, it should be a double flat wall at the back. So actually, we don't need that there. That's just because we were doing that fancy schmancy thing, wasn't it? Let's go and check the other corners. Double wall, double wall. So this is actually wrong. Wonder why I did that. Shit, I'm completely confused, guys. What the hell is going on here? There's something really wrong. I'll tell you what I wouldn't do for a little fly god mode every now. It would really help out, I tell you. I think I'm probably best off not touching it today, to be honest. With my gammy eye, God knows what I'll end up doing. So that's just not right, is it? It's supposed to be a double solid wall at the back end. What the hell is going on? She's a lot better actually today, Zaranthian. A lot better. She started like really coming on leaps and bounds yesterday. It takes a lot to knock her out, mate. She's like super healthy, apart from like asthma, which you know she can't really do much about. She's quite well, very fit and healthy, but it really knocks her out. Sort of back end of the weekend, going into Monday. Like I said, she literally, genuinely, completely lost her voice. Bliss, mate. It was absolute fucking heaven, dude. What, the floor's different in the tunnel? No, the melee chambers are exactly the same height. That and that is exactly the same, look. Don't you come... Whoa. What activity? Oh, it's a wolf. You dead? That'd be a no. No, mate. Yeah, no, the melee chambers and the tunnels are exactly the same height. It's this back wall I can't understand, mate. What the hell's going on? It's supposed to be double flat back end. But how the hell's that happening if I carry on the chamfer? I just don't get it. I'm literally completely... It's like it's impossible. Right, I'm not even going to think about it. I think I've just had one of my moments. Oh, I can hear things dying, guys. You just got to look where the lights are, don't you? You know which one's active. That is so cool. Oh, it was that. Oh, look. Was it another one, or was that the same one? This thing's dying. Why did that not trigger? Why did the blades not trigger? Oh, guys. Sugar and bollocks. You know what I've not done, don't you? Only on triggered, look. So she triggered it, which is what we heard, but then it didn't stay active. Ooh, that could have been catastrophic. Oops-a-daisy, couldn't it? Come a horde night. I've just realised that I've come all the way out to do this. The whole point of this, I could have done it from the bloody maintenance tunnels, which was the whole point in the build, was having those big, let's take 6 days digging them out, maintenance hatchways. God's sake, Grum. Get a grip, man. Get a grip. This one's on 5 minutes. We don't want 5. I don't know why we keep finding these ladders around. Don't want them hanging around, do we? Do a little perimeter check. One of these sides didn't look quite right a minute ago. It's like I've missed the angled ramps on it. It's just, yeah, here, look. Advanced rotation, matey. What do you think then, James? Do you think we're about operational, mate? We can't be far off it, can we, dude? I just don't know whether I need to do any more landscaping as such, the terraforming, just to keep them sweet. Oh, damn, I went past it, bro. Sandy's just joined. Hello, Sandy. How's I was treating you, Sandy? Is he being a good boy? Buying you lots of Haagen-Dazs. Haagen-Dazs. That's just playing weird. I don't know why they're there like that. Come on, you can't be telling me that. It's not going to fit in there. I can hear spooky things out here. Let's get inside. Is there any way for me to get inside? I don't think there is there? I think the only way to get inside at the minute is we did used to put ramps on, didn't we? I'm sure we did. Sorry, ramps. Stairs on the outside. Oh, god damn it, really, mate? Come on. There we go. Yeah, they were just not down to the floor, weren't they, James? I think if we put them back in there, we just keep them, I don't know, like 1 block from the floor, we should be okay, shouldn't we? Hello, Sandy. Hello, son. How do, Sandy? Sandy, I got Sandy in my shorts today. Do you reckon you can still get that from down there? Oh, look, you can. That's nice. Emergency stash. So I can make some decent ammo. The slugs are expensive, yeah. At the moment, the only thing that we're not 100% operational on is the shotguns. We need 4 more. No, I tell a lie, actually. 6 more shotguns I'm pretty sure we can make 1, if not 2 more. So that would be 2 lanes. Keep good. Can you use shotgun slugs in the auto turrets? As in a shotgun auto turret, sorry. You just call it the shotgun turret. Or are you kind of limited to only using standard shotgun shells? Does anyone know? You're right, Nina. How you doing, mate? When did you start the new job, Nina? Didn't know a zombie could blow up a car. Yes, and they make a very big hole when they do it, mate. Pro tip, never ever ever be anywhere near an automobile if there's a police zombie around. Like, ever. It's gonna end badly. Day 67. We're pretty much bang on track here, guys. I think this is going to work out all right. We'll have to have a think about whether or not we do the roof. Do we want to do the roof on the first horde? Or do you think we go for the open air spire? I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, obviously putting the roof on would make it a lot easier against the spider zombies. One irradiated feral spider zombie, and this whole thing goes down like a big lead fart in the swimming pool. It's not, well, it's a new horde design in the sense that, or base design either, that we sort of tested the sort of concept in Alpha 15 with the hope we'd be able to introduce the trap systems to it. We've learned quite a lot on this build, actually, to be honest. And I think once we're operational and see how chaotic it truly becomes, we'll have some fine-tuning to do. I have a feeling we're going to lose a lot on the first horde. I think as players, we're not actually prepped for it. I just don't think we have enough folks with decent weapons because of the scavenging issue. So headshotting those police zombies, just as one issue, is going to be majorly problematic, in my opinion. And one of those buggers gets through and pops in the middle of those traps, and that's it. Game over, mate. We're going to get breached in seconds. We're so reliant on those blade traps doing at least a chunk of the work for us. But I suppose that's how we like it, isn't it? It's the whole point, really. Looks good. Looks very nice, actually. Nice and uniform. Structurally sound. And then, of course, they'll chuck in the behemoth zombie. And this place will get destroyed in 3 seconds flat, so... It's not even the start, is it? You alright, Elegon? How you doing, mate? I've got internet problems today, Elegon. Internet went down. I think it's going to be on and off most of the day, to be honest. I think the word was erratic service for broadband and cable TV. Can't really complain. It's not often it happens. So. And maybe it means some poor sod around here who's just simply not got the internet might have the internet by the end of today. So got to think there's a fault somewhere, haven't you? So hot again. So hot. I reckon a little cheeky Calippo again later, you know? That's orange Calippo. You not got aircon in your office, Elegon? That surprises me as well, mate. I should imagine you would have a state-of-the-art testicle cooler built into your desk. I think you probably have. I think you're just pretending you're all hot and sweaty just because you think we find it sexy. The IT guy gutted, mate. Gutted. What, do you think it was a copper? See, the cops' spit can almost instantly detonate a car. They go off a little bit like a mini nuclear explosion, don't they? But Oh, you know what else I need to do, don't you? I need to go and do the dart trap timers as well. You know what would be a really nice idea, guys? Putting a shotgun in here. A single solitary shotgun. Because a lot of the spiders are going to clamber over into here rather than just walking along the edge. And one shotgun in here aimed at the doors. Because 9 times out of 10, that's where the spiders hit, isn't it? They clamber up here, jump onto that, and kind of glitch through the doors. If we actually had like a single shotgun here aimed at that doorway, that would solve all our problems. Shaky breaky. But that means more shotguns, unfortunately. And they are extremely hard to make. So starving today. Your blinds are broken. Basically, the weather station reported minus 30 degrees and strong winds. So the system didn't let us lower the blinds. What? That's so crazy, mate. You can't, there's no way to override it. Go. Oh, bish bash bosh, mate. Bish bash bosh. I feel reasonably secure in here. We're going to put, we'll put some of the shotgun shells in. Doesn't hurt too, does it? Just throw that and that. I'm going to take that back home with me, obviously. Shovel. Wrench. Is that right? Am I missing something in my hotbar? This doesn't look right, does it? I don't normally have the wrench down here, do I? Or do I? Okay, let's do these then. So let's start with a northerly facing one. Instant and trigger. We're gonna run this for 3 seconds, aren't we? 2, 3. 3. So the second a zombie touches that, it gets peppered with 3 seconds worth of darts, which was more than sufficient to kill Zaranthian. Oh, ha 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 ha. Epic death, mate. Epic death. Is that it? I think that's them all done, isn't it? Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so can anybody think of anything else that I've not covered? We've done the primary 5 bladers. Sorry, 5 detectors, haven't we? The 5 block pressure plate. That's done. All the electric fences are functioning. Everything seems to be working. We've got our more basic defenses up and running. If I pop in, say, 6 ammo in there, lock it. It's set for target strangers and zombies, which is what we want.
Hello?
Throw that in there, lock it. And they're basically pointing sort of across at each
you're
other.
Either too hot or too cold. Perhaps a beverage or
Thanks
a
for the
nice
follow,
wardrobe
duck.
change will help.
You love my darts. You love my sexy little darts. Pew-pewing at you. My little dart tips. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I've got this all in hand, mate. All in hand. Look at that. Beautiful. Thank you very much for the bits, Wentex. Thank you very, very much for the bits. Right. Serious question, guys. Anybody think of anything else that I need to do? All fixed now, is it, Elegon? You're nice and cool, but not. Because it's heated up already. It was a biker. I don't think there were any mines at the hospital. Yeah, it would just be because you punched the car or something. You could also just put railings around the top. Yeah, it just seems a bit cheaty McCheaty, that, mate. But I'm going to be honest. Now you've mentioned it, let's discuss it. I don't like the thought of having a roof. I like seeing the air. Yeah, as soon as I start putting this stuff so we're in a tunnel, I just feel it's gonna. I think I might go with what you're saying, mate. The problem we've got is how do you actually do that externally? What can I possibly put on there? Should we go and have a quick look? Let's take some concrete. Let's come up with something that's going to stop the spiders because I think they're just going to absolutely destroy us. It's on an angle, isn't it? See, if they come in here and they go up here, we could just put iron bars on, couldn't we? Or even like a little concrete lip, maybe. I'm just going to miss her. Come on, darling. Oh, what? She just doesn't care. She's not with me. There she goes. Good gal. Good gal. See how it all works out. Oh, there she goes. Oh, off with your head, darling. Off with your head. Oh, we have to call it the King Henry build. Thank you for the bits, Wentex. Thank you very much for the bits, mate. What's that? Eric Iru, an overview tower. Yeah, we're going to have a tower in the middle, ultimately. We're not going to start piddling about with that just yet, though. Gas up the Jennies. Yeah, we could do, actually, couldn't we? I wonder if... in fact, I'll tell you what we could do. Let's take the other 2 engines we've got. We'll leave that fancy pants one for ice. 312. Let's decide which is the lowest. So max output 312. Angled metal trussing. Ooh, that sounds. So let's go and have a look. 296. That's actually quite low. 296 is my lowest. This is the fancy one. This one's proper super turbo 352. So it's the easterly facing one, which is the least efficient. Go and pop another engine in the easterly one then. We've got an entrance that doesn't kill us. We've got an entrance. It's just I've just not been using it because I'm in and out so much, mate. Turn that off. Bring that on. In fact, let's go and do that. Let's go and do the entrance. It's down here, look. I just didn't like it, and we've got a lot of terraforming to do. We're going to have like this sort of half-Lifeian tunnel down here. Let's work on it. Let's get it done, bro. The doors still need upgrade. No. The doors are at max, mate. The doors don't go to full vault doors because they're too slow to open. That's why we're leaving with just the horizontal strut bars. Bulletproof glass or angled metal trussing. We're going to have a look in a minute. Let's finish off the entrance. If you use the relays on a block, does that power the block in total? Say it was no, it doesn't. One sec. No, not at all, mate. There's no powered blocks. You'd still have to link it from relay to the equipment or relay to relay. We've got some bars. We have got some bars, but they're actually there for the fort. Fuck it, mate. There's no ifs, ands, or doubts about it. Wentex, no, absolutely categorically it doesn't. It has to be linked via cable. We haven't got all the spotlights, no. I think we're still about 4 or 5 spotlights down, which is a shame, but can't do it all. How do you connect the relays? They clip through. They literally clip through the blocks, mate. You've got a maximum of 10 blocks, and it'll clip all the way through. So just clip through. It does mean you'll need some sort of access hatch that you can climb up without having to. You can't nerd pole up because then you'll take your wire tool out of your hand. So sometimes you do need to have a little bit of inventive hatchery so you can clamber up ladders still with the tool in your hand. Right, so that can carry off that away, and put the ceiling in. I really need to knock this out, don't I? We just put in the rebar. Not brought it. Do it later. And then it's just a case of whether or not we put a vault door on the fort. Fuck it. To be honest. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Come on. Come on. There we go. Camera's upside down. What do you mean, Wintex? How's the camera? Hey, you what? The camera's upside down on the turret. How you manage that, fella? If we go for our normal build, what do you think the chances of this whole thing collapsing is going to be? We need to go and chop a couple of these trees down so we can get a nice, good angle on the build, don't we? I was expecting a broken leg there. An upside down camera. That sounds proper dodgy, mate. Get rid of... no, I don't want to get rid of too much of the old shrubbery. I kind of like a little bit of shrubbery, don't we? A little bit of, you know, a little bit of bushery down there. So what I could do is I could just put a vault door in, you see, here. But we could, in fact, what we could do is we could terraform off all of this to the buggy park, which might look quite nice. In fact, instead of the buggy park all the way over there, why don't we just add a buggy park in here with a big bloody door right there, yeah? It'd be the first ever fuck it that just simply has a doorway in it. Mind blown, mate. Mind blown. Yeah, you've got me there, Wentex. I've never heard of that before, mate. You've done broken it, fella. Proper busted it. So, ladders can just come down here. Oh. Dude. We're not going to be able to come in from that side, are we? Because the ladders ain't going to work. Oh, no, it will. No, so we'd go up the ladder. Yeah, let me just test it with a wooden one. It will work. It's the same way we normally do it in a full effort access hatch, isn't it? It seems like so long since we did this. Let's make it out of wood for now. On. Oh wow, that clips all the way through. Look, that's weird, isn't it? Go up there. You can get out onto the main platform. Close that. Still get up to the main viewing platform. If you want to carry on down, well, obviously that will be shut anyway. If you want to carry on down, just open that up. And you go, right? It's a little bit harder now because they're 3D ladders, aren't they? Yeah, that'll work fine, won't it? That's absolutely perfect. Not a problem, geezer. So what I will want to do is get some cobblestone, some flagstone, and we're going to want to chip this out all the way down. Let's do that now. What can possibly go wrong, right? How's your horde base going, Aric? You done anything a little bit different, or you just playing about with all the different things like most of us? I gathered you're enjoying your turrets, right, mate? Three days until D-Day, guys, which means we are on the morning. So in 3 hours' time, at 3 o'clock, we're going to be day 70 in the morning, aren't we? Which would be the stream end time, which means we will have plenty of time for everybody to get prepared for it. Hopefully. I'm quite excited, actually. I think it's going to be sort of interesting to see just how badly it goes wrong. We've never sort of seen traps up against a unified horde, have we? We've only, at best, we've seen like a small wandering horde attack it. I think as long as we've got someone that considers going out and risking the repairs, which is why it would sort of be nice to have a roof on the melee tunnels, which is thus the reason for the spire system, as I called it in Discord. It's also somewhere safer to take zombies that breach, isn't it? Because at the moment, those melee tunnels, or sorry, the melee quadrants are actually going to be quite full of, well, potentially spiders beating on the doors. If anything, we should put a roof on the quads, on the melee tunnels, shouldn't we? Before the next horde. That would actually solve a couple of problems. Just traps on the floors, using the electrical traps to slow them down and a few turrets to keep them busy. We have a 3-tower set up with concrete around the towers and all that jazz. You'll be happy to know I collapsed, I think, about 1/4 of a chunk by mining in the desert. Was that a deliberate collapse, mate? Or was that one of those, oh dear moments? We've started something terrible here. Remember when we were doing Sky's, what was it called? Hellbite Shrine? The whole ceiling just started collapsing and we started moving backwards thinking it'll stop in a minute, and it didn't, and it just kept going and going and going, didn't it? But I do like the structural integrity element of the game. Definitely keeps you on your toes, doesn't it? I think this is the most efficient I've ever mined one of my shafts. I think I've I suppose it's because we're one-shotting it, whereas we're used to two-shotting, aren't we? Got a nice rhythm going here, look. Oh, I like playing in my shafts, didn't you? 45 minutes for auto collapse. Oh, dude. What, it just kept going and going and going? You're lucky you didn't get a server crash, ain't you? Dread had a bit of bad luck the other day. I think he was, they were going for like a drop trap. They dug an extremely large shaft and did the old sort of collapsing technique, and I think it ended in a server crash, which couldn't bounce back from, I think. Well, I'll just knock those two out there, so it looks a little bit neater. There we go. Suppose, are we going to do it out of concrete, or are we going to do it out of flagstone? Have a little play. Rhythm method. Rhythm of the Night Fist. It was almost a server crash. You're right, Scubsy. Oh, yeah. Remember the scarabs in the mummy? Oh my god, they used to freak me out. They're horrible. Let's throw back... Starting to get the boxes mixed up again, aren't I? Which is exactly what I was trying not to do. Sod's law, right? My wooden frames. Shall we do it in concrete then? Seeing as we've got the concrete and the rebar here, it would make sense when it. Oh, I tell you what. Let me just make a little. How about the ramps a little bit as well? I want to put one of those corner blocks in there, don't we? Recipes. Let's have a look. Inside corners. Two of those, pretty please. What's that? Cheap out on it, Fist? God damn it, mate. It's not like you and cheaping out on your computer builds, you know, mate. We do things legitimately over here. How long do you think it will be before they patch bad mechanic? I feel it's stupidly overpowered. I've not putting points in it, mate. Why is it overpowered, dude? Is it confirmed then 100 bazillion% that it affects all tools and not just the wrench tool, Arican? Is that where you're going with it? It's that plus 50% harvest at level 5. Look nice, mates. Look lovely, jubbly geezer. Yeah, I was saying earlier, Mad Mole. He's in his own words. I will eat my beard if Stable's not out. So either we're gonna get to see some hysterical YouTube video, or we should be on form for a 4th of July. I mean, to be honest, mate, I would consider, if nothing dramatic changes and random gen doesn't really change, I might just keep this server going. Just depends on what changes. Done a lot of work on it, and there's still plenty of room for us to play about with if we want to, so I'm not in any hurry to get rid of it. It just depends on how essential restart actually is. What will happen in the future, right? Let's just say I put that. Come on, son. Tell you what, let's just copy that. That'd be a lot easier. If I do that and then knock out that. Just, I think. And then top will be nice and simple, won't it? There's something just looks terribly wrong about that. We sort of cheap it out a little bit here, aren't we? Because I suppose what'll happen if they breach down through there, the whole lot's going to collapse, isn't it? You got 2 batteries from a car. Jesus. Yeah, I always used to call it like that. It always used to remind me of Half-Life, mate. I don't know which part of bloody Half-Life, but it always got a very Half-Lifeian vibe from this style of tunnel, especially when we do the lighting system in it. They look quite nice when they're on a nice big long run. Anyway, leave that as is. In fact, I'll tell you what, I can't possibly risk that, can I? This whole thing is just not structurally sound. And as long as no one's just sitting in the tunnel in the middle of the bloody horde night, we should be alright. Seems like everything increases on the harvesting percentage. The canals in Half-Life. Actually, yeah, they do actually thinking about it. Yeah, I remember that with the little what was it called? The little like the sort of jet ski equivalent, wasn't it? I've been waiting for the Black Mesa community update to be finished. I'd like to go back and play that. Yeah, what's going on here? Oh, did I just take... Oh, doodle poodles. I just took my hay bale out. Make it like that a little bit higher there. Just a little bit of max headroom. Day 67. Still doing alright, guys. We're still doing alright. You're right, Permarin. How much holiday you got left then, mate? My second favourite streamer. Oh, God, blimey, mate. We're going to have to up our game. Well, it's nice to see you here, Permarin. Thank you very much for joining us, mate. It's a pleasure, sir. Are you just on you just like on vacation, are you? Or, on some sort of extended leave of absence. I watched the end to War Machine yesterday. You know, the Brad Pitt thing. Bit crap, if I was to be absolutely honest with you. In fact, I'd go so far as to say, what a big sack of bollocks. It's not often I can think of a bad film that I've seen with Brad Pitt in it. War Machine. I mean, admittedly, I think it is a Netflix original, isn't it? But, oh, God, it sort of teetered on being quite clever and never quite seemed to make it. It was a really weird film. I think my hand on heart, I did not enjoy it. Like I said, it teetered on touching a bit of a nerve, but never seemed to fully pull it off. I am enjoying American Gods, I have to admit. It's getting very strange, to say the least. I know, Eric, and you were saying I need to watch it until at least episode 7, I think, wasn't it? I don't think there's any doubt that I will make it that far. So, I'm sort of quite intrigued as to where it's all going, you know? I think I'm on episode 3 at the moment. I need to rewatch it a little bit, quite paying as much attention as I needed to be. Checkers game. I won't say more than that. So you vote for the spires to be erected. Do you reckon... are we going crinkle cut or are we going B-52 bomber though, James? You want a tool over for the next few days, James? We could maybe come up with like a really efficient way to build it together. Because I think doing it on your own, there's going to be a lot of bouncing about. Do you know what I'm saying? What the hell? I bobbed it. Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Let's make this 3 high here. You're right, Dread. How you doing, fella? How's things? Is your server back up and running now, mate? Sad as well. Sod it. I'm enjoying it, Nina. Yeah. Oh my god, what the hell is that? Oh, sugar. Oops. We probably don't want to be doing that then. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll put a ramp. Oh my god, that's going to be a nightmare to rotate that, isn't it? Let's go advanced. How's things then, Dread? How's the heat, mate? Oh, dude, it's been so nice. Definitely have this. We're gonna take the fuck it to concrete. Kidding me? You kidding me? You kidding me? You kidding me? Let's knock it out. Well, it's been a pain in the butt because you had a bit of bad luck, didn't you, James? Weren't you supposed to start the new job with the new hours this week? Didn't quite happen, yeah. Right, let's get this all done. Let's go and get some ladders made. And then we're tip top. Everything looking good. 3 days to the grand unveiling. I feel like my concrete shafts. Especially when they're all moist. You might be able to do some evenings. What about over the weekend? Oh, I suppose you got your list. It's important time at the weekends for you, isn't it, mate? We'll almost certainly get a Friday evening stream on, James. I don't see any reason why we couldn't pull that off, mate. Just depends on how the old eye goes, dude. Server's running pretty smooth. They've moved it to a new computer. They'd already done that though, hadn't they, Dread? You had to start again because of a crash, didn't you? Have they moved it again? You had to have a second hardware move, or... I bet it is with your bloody lights and everything, Dread. Yeah, Jesus, mate. I was talking to Simpsy yesterday, mate, about investing in one of those aircon units. Oh, no, dude, gutted. You know, like, they're sort of getting a half-decent one, but I just don't know how much noise they make. When I saw them down in home base... unless you sort of started spending some sort of realistic money, they seem to be quite noisy units, which is fine if you just want to keep the bloody room cool. You can put up with a bit of noise while you're watching telly, can't you? Well, obviously, I suppose in a streaming environment, that's the last thing you want. There we go. We now have a safe access tunnel. Of sorts. Obviously, we've still got work to do on it, but sort of operational, isn't she? Yeah, in there. Shitload of ladders, straight up to the top. Bish, bash, bosh. It's your summer holiday. You're not going to school for 8 to 9 weeks. Whoa! Your summer holiday starts early, dude. Whereabouts do you live then, Permarin? You've actually got 8 to 9 weeks off school. Jesus Christ, it's only 21st of June, mate. You broke up bloody early. We spent so long looking for a silent aircon unit. Oh, how much you talking, Dread? I was looking at stuff back. I think Simpsy managed to find one, and she mentioned like £287 at B&Q. I didn't really see what it was or anything. I know when I was looking around a couple of years back, for anything that I genuinely felt was going to cut it in a reasonable sized room without, you know, sort of having to work overtime, you were probably looking at 250 to 300 quid. Are the silent ones just like even more insane, are they? In fact, couldn't you have one that sort of worked where it sat in another room and kind of blew cool air in, like drill a hole in the wall with a pipe? Oh, and actually installed one. Oh, sod that, mate. Yeah, Christ. What I was saying yesterday, I've got the lad that grew up with us, so like my mum's next door neighbour, if you like. He works sort of for retail and business, installing air conditioning units, and he always said what a complete scam installations were in the UK. If like for like quoting somewhere like Europe, you're talking about 3 to 4 times the price in the UK. Absolute scam over here, mate. You got 190 school days a year. We are doing it here, Darth. Yeah, which is why I'm really trying to get everything up and running. Got so much still to do, mate. I don't think we're going to have the shotguns operational, which is a real shame, because they're the ones that will be punching anything that does get up towards us. Right, okay. I think what I might do, when I've got the paintbrush tool, because I get very disorientated, I may very well have some sort of colour coordination system. So I might, if I can find a nice colour or a nice texture, I might paint these ramps and maybe a strip of blocks along here, a certain colour. So like this would be the blue quadrant, this would be the green quadrant, this would be the yellow quadrant. I don't want garish colours though. We might have to go for a more subtle texture. At the moment, I spend a lot of time trying to get that, which I know is the southerly tunnel, and sort of working from it. Quite often I'm going from room to room to room because it's perfectly symmetrical. It throws you. Dreadhead, that's the price of a central air for 4,000 square foot here in the US. Honestly, it's crazy over here, Darth. Aircon is like the luxury of the extremely privileged in the UK, mate. It's like we said, you know, for the amount of times you would have it on per year, it's completely ridiculous, mate. It's not financially viable for your average home user, dude. It really isn't. It's just all our houses are designed to keep heat in. I was saying yesterday, we have like a foot to 2 foot of loft insulation in our houses, mate. Just so like not a single. Not a single scrap of heat can escape anywhere. My aircon unit cost $80 10 years ago. Sounds like a light aircraft doing aerobatics, and I sleep by a fucking baby while it's on. You live in Norway. Wow, so you broke up really. Wow, that's amazing how it's different from country to country school times, isn't it? Right, ding, ding, ding. Let's take the stone back. Let's switch that back into there. A lot of stuff that shouldn't be in here. Let's worry about that later. What did we need, guys? Shotguns. Should we take another trip back and see if we can make another couple of shotguns? More important, let's make some shotgun shells. So on the off chance that things do work, we might be able to get 2 tunnels up and running, right? Oh, and I'll tell you what, let's make some ladders as well when we get there. I think it's going to go pretty badly, George. I think we're grossly misunderestimating the power of the spider ferals, which is why I'm seriously thinking about putting something in on the edges. In fact, should we just go and test that? Should we chop that one tree down as well? Let's chop this one down. You're in my way, mate. We'll put a couple of pine trees to the left. Just to balance it. What is it? 20 past 1 there, is it, Sprellinor? That's nice visibility there, then. So, if we wanted to do a really aesthetically pleasing spider trap out here. Didn't bring any concrete. Sod's law, innit? Gonna have a quick look. It's worth having a quick cheeky breaky at it. We'll put the ladders on those external entrances so we can come in really, really hot and just jump up. There's no zombies going to go up there. Take that and that. It's the same way we've got the ladders here to get back up there. We'll have to do a little bit of a hop and a skip and a jump, but... we might need to take that into account and have that as a runway inside there. So what we could do, I suppose... We could still have good visibility. We could keep it, you know, just literally just have ramps up there on that side. God, I always forget you got to change the rotation. So we could just do that, couldn't we? Have a nice corner piece in there. So that would do that corner, right? No spiders getting up through there. And then we just need to think of something that's going to look nice up there. Now, what options have we got for blocks, guys? What do you think? What about, I mean, we could try something like a wet concrete arch, but the thing is, it's on, it's at that weird angle look. So what we could do, in fact, what we could do then, can I make ramps? Just straightforward ramps. Why don't we just do... I mean, what about this, James? Because I know you're quite invested in this as well, aren't you? What's that, Zorin? Goddamn day 10, you found 2 ferals and 6 irradiated cops. Jesus Christ, Zorin, that don't sound right. That don't sound right at all, fella. There's no way to do it, is there? I've just suddenly thought there's actually no way to do it because that isn't actually a solid... oh my god, yeah, that's already a half block essentially. We'd have to go up one, wouldn't we? We'd have to go up another block. Oh, which actually thinking about it, which we have to do anyway because we always said the roof was going to be an additional block high, didn't we? Is that right? I think that's right anyway, isn't it, James? Let's just go up. I'm sure we said it had to come up another one. You'd sort of have to do it like that, wouldn't you? Obviously, but in concrete. And then you'd be able to put that in like that, wouldn't you? What about that, guys? Azurin. Put a square block on top of the ramp and then fill it in with ramps. So I'm assuming that's what we're doing. Is that what we've just done, mate? Yeah? Chop out the top ramp. Chop out the top ramp. Swap with full blocks. Oh, yeah, no, we don't want to do that. No. We don't want to chop this out straight. Because we always said we wanted to go one higher for the roof anyway. But yeah, I think it's the same thing though, isn't it, essentially? Just less work. The vultures are a nightmare, Aswelden. But awesome. Awesome. In fact, Mojo had a trip, actually, Aswelden. If you kill a vulture, right, and it disappears through the ground, what Mojo was saying was if you sort of walk backwards, it'll actually almost suddenly render back in, so you can actually see where it landed. I've not tried it myself, but then you can still walk up to it and muller it. You like that, James? Add a full block, smooth it off with a ramp. Yeah, so we're good to go with that. All right, brilliant. Let's go home then. Let's go and get the shotguns. Let's come back and work on that. Then we've at least got a basic spider defense. To be honest, I was kind of against having a spider defense because I think it would just make it a bit more manic. But let's try and make something that's at least reasonably robust. I'll tell you what I do need to do. Because that would be really embarrassing if something got in there, wouldn't it? And went down into my engine rooms. Imagine we get back. A woodrid horde's gone straight through this gap here. Just the entire tunnel system's got hundreds of zombies swarming around it. Let's go. Vroom. You can confirm it works. Nice one, Aswelden. Yeah, I've not had a chance to test it yet. So yeah, that's good because it's very frustrating because they're worth so much in terms of arrows, and they are high risk, you know, especially at early level. Right. I would think the melee rooms will need a couple of poles, then about 5 blocks out to support a fully upgraded cement. I wouldn't have thought so, Kyle. I wouldn't have thought so. I know I can do the crinkle cut spire, which we posted up in our Discord. Which gives it a really kind. I don't know. I still get a Star Wars vibe from it, mate. It's screaming like Starfighter. Starfighter's a fucking hell idiot. Star Wars TIE Fighter at me. And I think adding the spire, because we renamed it the spire, I think it will look really nice. I still don't know about crinkle cut or B52 though, James. We need to get a couple of posts up in chat, like you said, and just see what people think. The crinkle cut lends itself very well to when we do the central tower, but I think that probably won't happen until the next server. So maybe the B52 stealth bomber style, the original concept, might look better just for now. I think it will add a lot to it, especially when we start playing about with that mirror paint that Christian suggested. Yeah, I think it is, James. It's a shame you can't get on, mate. I reckon you and I could blitz through that. Like come up with like a really efficient... Oh my god, you have to go around so far. I know. Buckshot, what happened, bro? Man down. Man down, bro. Have I got a design for the tower? Only in my head, James. Only in my head. As much as I really enjoy jumping into creative mode just to have a look at the spire concept, it takes quite a lot away from it for me, mate. I enjoy having an idea in my head and then sort of starting it in stream and taking people's ideas as we do it. I think if I start playing about in creative mode, I might start taking a bit of the fun of the builds away from myself, mate. It's why I didn't start playing about with the paint too much. I'll leave that for you if you don't mind, James, to tinker with concepts and structural integrity if you're still interested, and then I'll still have the wonder of the magic when we finally see it. Because it's a shame, because I already know what the spires look like, man. I really wish I could show everybody else, but short of a screenshot, then it takes a little bit of the magic of you know, that final block being placed, doesn't it? The mirror paint changes everything for it. Does, James. Yeah, it does, mate. That's a really good idea of Christian's, actually. And let's be honest, James. There's so many other textures because you were talking about what was it you were talking about, James? Was it the medical state, the popper pill things? Was it medicine? Oh no, it was the medicine companies. But didn't someone talk about something like that with iron bars? I'm getting confused now. We've had so many natters on Discord, haven't we? You're right, Sketchy. What's up? What's up, Sketchy? Want to know something ever more mind-blowing than school and time? I just nearly went down a really big hole reading that. One Norwegian. What's that? What's that? A crooner or something? Is oh my god. 9 pence. Jesus. Anyone find the mini bike booking B113? We haven't, or I haven't, but we've definitely found them in B105. Unless Ice, you can confirm you found the mini bike booking 113. Still trying to find or wrench up mechanical parts and a wild workbench I literally can't use. No, you can't, mate. However, they've changed that, haven't they? There will now be a small chance of workbenches being functional out in the wild. That's been confirmed for the next change. So you've not found a wrench at all then, Zurin? Jesus, that sucks, mate. That must be infuriating. Best way to get paper? Isn't it? Don't we just find that largely from filing cabinets and bookshelves? I'm not sure I've ever thought about an actual way to get paper, mate. Anyone got an answer to that one? I never seem to have a shortage of paper. It just seems to be everywhere. But if I was actively looking for it, I'm not sure where I'd go, to be honest, Ice. It's a good question. Thank you for the bits, Mira. Thank you very much for the bits, mate. You found the mini bike booking B113. There you go. Cheers, Stripe. Mailboxes. Yeah, that's a good idea, yeah. Mind you, we've got very, very, very few domestic houses in these towns, haven't we? It's like we're inundated with like some of the fancy pants new POIs. I'm definitely going to change the biome settings. If I don't do it tonight, we'll definitely have it changed for Friday's stream. As much as I do love the fog, that 90% chance is just way too high. So I will drop that down for all biomes. I might keep it maybe as a slightly higher chance in, say, the burnt biome. Sort of makes sense, doesn't it? Got 300 shells. Ice, you star, mate. If only we'd got more bloody shotguns, fella. Oh, that's awesome, mate. That is awesome. Right, skinny. Having a wrench doesn't matter without steel smithing anyway. And he just unlocked it. But wandering hordes and general bad luck can slang your solo game down a bit. Yeah, I've noticed the wandering hordes are in. Far more likely to be hit with them. In fact, I'd almost say that sometimes the wandering hordes now seem more dangerous than the bloody the actual horde evenings in some ways. You know, like early on in the game, the first couple of weeks, you know, you're merrily sitting there in your own little build, and a wandering horde comes pounding on your door. It's amazing how lucky I've been with those shotguns out front. But they have saved my bacon a lot. All right, we need another chest. We've hit breaking point because we're out of sand. I think what I'll do is... let's just chuck them away. It's not going to let me do it, is it? God damn it. Hate putting boxes like that, but... needs must, I suppose. Let's take 2 so at least it looks slightly uniform. Actually, I might start... Actually, I've changed my mind. I actually quite like that. I might get rid of this one now. Let's throw all the concrete in that one. Oh, no, let's do it the other way. Let's do it the other way. Let's have finished concrete in that one. So, raw resources on the left. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. So, finished concrete. Oh, liking it. I'm liking it. It's all about the inventory management, boys and girls. That's where the fun of this game lies. Organisation. Look at that. Beautiful, sir. Beautiful. Also, possibly in the worst place I could possibly put it if a sleeper spawns in the room where my bedroom is, which we know they do. I could potentially lose everything, like, almost instantaneously. Should we line the bedroom with concrete? Just contain them if we do get a sleeper spawn in there. I don't think I've ever been so carefree with my storage in this game. No Fs were given, sir. Terrible things happen, terrible things will happen. Bish bash bloody bosh, mate. Right, let's have a look at that. Oh, look, my fertilizer's done, look. Oh, Farmer Grumlight. You made a post on Reddit. Day 5, you got a wandering horde of all soldiers. I had to screenshot it. Wow. I remember you mentioning that, Winter. Yeah, unless you log out, they won't break pursuit. Yeah, I had a feral policeman. We actually had 2 of them. I just could not get rid of him, mate. I had to bring him back to base and get the shotguns to take him out. Yeah. Okay. What did we come back for, guys? I actually can't remember. Obviously concrete. So let's go and get some of that. take that back with us. And I think... oh, no, what have I done? Oh, there it is. It's all right, don't worry. We're going to make another shotgun turret, weren't we? We've got 2 already made. Fantastic. And this is a long-barreled shotgun, so we can make another one with that. And we're just missing a stock. God damn it, that's so annoying. It's missing 1 long-barreled. That would almost have given... If we got 1 long-barreled stock, right, a zombie, we'd have 3 out of 4 lanes complete. Alright, well, there's nothing we can do. Oh my god, oh, you scared the Jesus out of me, mate. I thought I could hear a zombie a minute ago. It was you cheeky little chappy. Nightstand. Oh, Ice, there's tools in the workbench if you want to take anything, mate. I made a load earlier. Oh, dude, you're an absolute star, mate. I know the auger, by the way, if you want to take that back for someone. Nice one, Ice. That's awesome, dude. Let's see what the turret requires. It's forged iron, isn't it? Shotgun turret. Forged iron, mechanical, electrical, and electrical. Electrical. Have I got a hunting I haven't, no. But... no, I've been putting on my schematics in the nightstand. There's a very good chance there's one at... the Horde build, Ice. And you've got that 500 engine as well that I've left in there. It might be worth you taking a trip over there, mate. Or I can come back in a second with it if you want. What else did I need? Forged iron, wasn't it? Take that out. Right, I'm just going to pop that in there. It's a bit of a waste, but... I'm going to make a turret. Turret craft. 2 minutes. Let's put everything away then. I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll nip up to the forges while we wait for that last turret to get manufactured. Almost make blue tools now, and you might want your tools. Yeah, they're just there. Just help yourself, mate. Got the electrical part. So we'll take all of this back to the build. Don't need that iron though. Stand. Oh, bro. You star, mate. You star. I've actually got a little bit of paper and buckshot myself, mate. Shells. Shotgun shells. 84. That's another 84, mate. It's weirdly enough, it is actually paper that I'm short of, mate. I've normally got tons of the bloody stuff. See what, let's throw the finished rounds. Let's take those out. Tray. Yeah, I'm all out of paper as well, Ice. Oh, dude, this is going really well, mate. I honestly never thought I'd say I needed to do a bloody what's. Oh, there's another 250 darts I forgot we made earlier there as well. Look. All right, blind. How's things, mate? How's the old 7 days going, fella? Is it treating you well? How's the server going? You were starting on your Horde build this morning, weren't you, mate? Nice one, Ice. That's wonderful, dude. Your bow's vanished. Yeah. Plenty of tools up there, guys. Like I said, just help yourself to that. I'm just going to go and make some more steel. In fact, I'll tell you what we'll do. Take some more iron over there. I disagree there, Zurin. I find irradiated cops a major pain in the arse, mate. Because if you do miss them, it's the ones that are actually... we just couldn't take them down, Zurin. That's what I'm saying. Honestly, I had something like 60 rounds, 60 SMG rounds, all headshots, all as near as damn it. Probably something like 30 or 40 arrows into it. I single-handedly couldn't get through its heal over time. No, I don't know whether he was a glitched one or just some special bugger, but he's made me extremely cautious around them. I've had other ones during a Horde night that we've taken down no real problem at all. But that might be because we've had sniper rifles. I know on the one occasion where Ice and I did a horde, his sniper rifle took them down extremely quickly. All those bloody darts. Jesus Christ. What am I doing here? Steel. Yeah, I'm just not comfortable with them in the slightest, mate. Oh, shit, we're out of clay. So just keep pumping iron arrows into the gut, instead of the head. See, I was headshotting the damn thing, mate, and it just wouldn't go down. I had to retreat in the end. I started off with arrows and probably got about 30 arrows into it, of which probably about 15 were headshots and the rest either missed or hit it elsewhere. And then I switched over to the SMG and blam, 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 you know, just taking my time with it. And it didn't even dent him, mate. He just kept coming. So I'm like super wary of them now. Pop that in there. Let's take another couple of stew out. We'll keep that honest. Let me just throw the concrete in. Shotgun shells and the turrets. You're at N360? How you doing, mate? Thank you very much for the follow, dude. Yeah, well, I mean, the bullet sponge thing, that's exactly why we don't play on max difficulty, because that's essentially all that does. I've got no interest in max difficulty on this game. I have a lot of time for the level below, so 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 6, depending on how you look at it, which is what our servers always run at. I don't think I'll ever be convinced to take it up to max difficulty, just because of the bullet sponge issue. It's just not fun. It's not even that it adds more challenge to it. It just makes it more boring to play, in my opinion. Let's just take another one of those. I'm going to have to come back and do the farm at some point. Anybody think of anything else that I need? I think we'd be mad to leave without putting some more clay in the forge and getting some more rebar made up. Should we go and do that? Let's throw in 6,000 clay. I think we will horribly regret that if we don't do it now. You found one of the cops in the salon back room. 50-ish steel bolts to his face before he blew. And he threw him to respawn immediately in the back room. So that's just wrong, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. That's the same sort of experience I've had with them. They are going to wreck our horde base. If we get one of those that, you know, we just can't DPS it down in time before it blows, or we, you know, we miss-stagger it and all end up reloading at the same point, we're screwed, mate. The old lot's coming down. But I think that's the exciting part about this, to be honest. Alright, let's leave the clay in there. I don't know what sort of rebar we're going to use, so I'm going to leave it for now. We'll come back and get it in a minute. What's that, Arkin? I've actually had them not drop in health. I kept doing the listens and it never dipped below. Oh, so you think it might be a bug? That might be... Ah, see, this makes more sense, you see. That would make sense compared to... What's that someone's just said about starvation? Big issue with starvation. Because we saw a similar bug in starvation, didn't we? With mobs not taking any damage. You travel back at night and risk it for a biscuit. Got plenty of concrete. We might just be short on rebar. Crossbows are too slow. I've not actually used the crossbow in Alpha 16. Never once fired it. I've looked down the sights and was quite impressed with the change there. But I've never actually put it into practice as such. I'd really have given myself at least 10 shotgun shells for each of my own shotguns, shouldn't I? If you find a pawn shop, make sure you check out the space above the ceiling. Ooh. How do I know it's a pawn shop? Does it actually say pawn shop? Or is it one of those points of interest you just happen to know is the pawn shop? Yeah, I think everyone would agree with that, Blind. It still amazes me why so many people play it on max difficulty. I just don't see why they'd want it. Do they do it just so they can say they play it on max difficulty? As if that's some sort of challenge, is it? Like I said, I can't even watch someone play it on max difficulty. I just find it too monotonous. It's just too ploddy. I can understand like why people like watching, or sorry, not watching, but playing the game on always run. Yeah, I think that adds an element of sort of panic to it. But at the same time, a lot of the people that I've seen who do that just use spikes all the time. So it's like you sort of, it's like you're artificially making the game harder, but then also using every corny trick in the book to defeat that additional factor. So why not just play it as you'd actually play a zombie survival game, rather than artificially trying to pretend it's harder than it really is. Do you see where I'm going? I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying I wouldn't do it. Some people like the nipple clamp effect of playing on insane difficulty, apparently. Nipple clamp? What's the nipple clamp effect? What's that, dude? Nipple clamps? How do we get onto nipple clamps? You lot are terrible. Come on, get out of the way. See, I'd much rather sort of play a zombie game. And I know this sometimes comes down to PC's computing power and server issues, but I'd much rather see... I suppose what they're aiming at is like the big wandering horde, you know, with like 40, 50, 60 zombies on screen, all of which can be taken out with 1 or 2 headshots, than have 5 or 6 zombies that I have to pour 3,000 arrows into each. So they look like porcupines by the end of it. Oh my god! The start of American Gods. That's all I can say, because I can't possibly ruin that show for anybody. Like I said, I'm on episode 3. All I will say is American Gods, beach, arrows. Holy dicks on sticks, mate. I swear to God, I must have rewound that scene like 20 times. I mean, we've all seen like Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings, and old Legolas pulling off a few trick shots, haven't we? You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, that poor bastard. That was one of the greatest archery scenes I think I've ever seen in a film. I mean, that was shocking. You probably thought, yeah, let's not go any further. What's that? There are loads of ways of making it harder. Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think you should be rewarded. You know, I like realism in games to a point, but then you also have to remember you're playing a game, right? We were talking about Skyrim yesterday, weren't we? I mean, I can have a Skyrim mod pack, as anybody can, where you know you get hit with an arrow, it's pretty much game over. You know, especially if it's a headshot. I kind of like that. It's, I don't think there's ever been a game where bullet sponges make sense. In fact, I can name 2 games literally just flashed straight into my head when I said bullet sponge that made me want to stop playing them. The original Destiny, which was god awful for bosses that became bullet sponges. And The Division, where some of the mobs in that were just ridiculous. I don't know what that game's like now, so I don't want to criticise it because I've not played it for a while. But back when I played it, so some of the like the heavy duty dudes, you could all pour in like thousands of rounds into it, and they'd just like sit there laughing. They'd still be coming at you. Bullet sponges is never a good thing. How much harder, sir? Has it solved the problem, mate? Oh shit, there's a zombie there. Left the light on the mini bike. Your lights were supposed to track them. I've seen 0 evidence of that. Oh, dicks on sticks! What a cheeky breaky. Just sitting there waiting for me. Oh, we may have to like play about for half an hour. What should we do, Zar? What's that? And what's that? American Gods just gets better and better. The beach scene is a great scene. Oh, honestly, I've watched the whole start like sort of 3 times properly, because you know when you start watching something and you just think, you know, I'll give it a whirl. You know, I'm busy working in the background. I've sort of got it on. I'm sort of looking over, and I'm thinking, actually, it looks all right. And I've actually watched that whole beach. That's all I'll say. 3 times in its entirety now, but the arrow scene, I have watched that so many times. It's absolutely ludicrous. It's almost like I spot another arrow each time. I mean, you can probably watch it 1,000 times over, couldn't you? It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's so well done. So well done. And of course, I'm watching that, knowing nothing about this program, thinking, what the hell? You know, this isn't what it looked like when it was advertised on bloody Amazon. It's like, what the hell is this thing even about, you know? I like Destiny Sketchy. Hey, Sketchy, seriously, mate. I love Destiny, dude. I've always been very vocal about Destiny. Oh god, it's one of the very few games that I actually genuinely, actively ended up working at trying to enjoy. That's how much of a shot I wanted to give Destiny, and how much I enjoyed so much of the game. There were so many things I felt they'd got absolutely spot on. Just the general gunplay alone. I love the characters. I love the lore. I love the environments, I love the art style, I love the day-to-day sort of gameplay. You know, like I said, the shooting mechanics were they just felt so damn good, mate. But then I hit endgame, as in the week or 2 of release, we hit endgame. We were streaming it like 8-10 hours a day. And it was the same couple of 3 bosses, and you just had to pump more and more and more ammunition into them. You could do it like clockwork. I could almost turn it off, you know, close my eyes and still get it done. And that's what ruined it for me. But I know they addressed all that, mate. I know all those issues have now long been put aside. You know, a complete change in the loot systems, the light mechanic, everything. So I'm actually quite interested in Destiny 2, mate. It may very well tempt me back early on release. American Gods is like an LSD trip too, Grum. Yeah, I'm only on episode. Oh my god, dude! Is there something on fire over here? I'm only on episode 3, and it's just mad. There's already just so I just don't know what to expect. I can't get my head around it, you know. Oh, that bloody direwolf is gonna. God damn it! This game is becoming like seriously difficult at times. Oh, I just need to get back in the base. Oh, you know what I didn't do, guys? Oh, dude! I got. Oh shit! Have I got a problem here? Is he not going to stop tracking me? You know what? You know what I could turn this game into with some very, very minor coding changes. I kid you not. I think I might even do it one day, right? Borderlands, yeah. You know how you've got was it the soldier class in the original Borderlands that had the turret? Imagine we made turret. Oh my god! I can't outrun these, can I? Oh, I've just made a terrible, terrible, terrible mistake. We could actually have turrets that you can just place on the ground. Just turn up everything to max, right? So there's no such thing as one zombie, yeah? We could basically have 7 Days to Die Borderlands with the soldier class. How bloody awesome would that be? 3 or 4 of you, roaming across the lands. You see one of those big 60 zombie wandering hordes. You all get lined up on top of the valley ridges. You place your turrets down. Pew, pew, pew. Rain metal upon them. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. That'd be so easy to add in as well, wouldn't it? He's still with me, isn't he? No, it's alright. That was just a normal zombie. What is that glowing light? Is that someone's mini bike then that's like broken and on fire, is it? Swear to God, if that direwolf is still here. But I just can't risk a breach into the tunnel, guys. We need to start making a list of stuff we need. One of them, I'm going to write down right now. The vault door. So we'll come and do that in a second. It's day 68, so we're still on time, guys. Clear the entrance. Clear the entrance. Do you reckon this is mullered then? Yeah, it is. Someone's mini bike's been completely, well, just broken. What's mine looking like? Ooh. Should we take everything back down with us? Doesn't hurt. See, this is where I die now. That direwall's going to literally eat me just as I pick all that up. You can just see it happening, can't you? Can't get in that way anyway. Get my McNerdy poles ready. Oh, and ladders, sorry. So vault doors, ladders. Anything else you can think of at the moment? The police video of those 4 guys that robbed a bank in full SWAT armor and the amount of bullets the police had to shoot them to put them down. Oh, I've never seen that, Pax. What, really? What, they just kept shooting them? They just couldn't take them down? No. Jesus. Okay, careful with spoilers, Brains. Careful with spoilers, mate. Careful, careful, dude. Secondary box. I just need to... We're going to need the wire tool, aren't we? I've not got any room, guys. We're completely flat out here. Let's throw some of the concrete back there. Take some rebar frame. Wire tool. That should enable us to do the 3 shotgun, right? So that's going to be... We're over 50% operational on shotguns once we put these in. So let's have... Let's have north and south operational then, yeah? You just started last night, did you, Dread? Oh, I'm really enjoying it, mate. I was very pleasantly surprised. It's wacky enough, but also deep and dark enough to tickle my fancy. You know what I'm saying, though, Sir Anthony? Imagine having your own auto turret that you could just place down. That'd be so cool, mate. Yeah, the flame turrets are coming in, aren't they? They were. We've seen the concept art, right? They were obviously, we knew from quite some time ago they weren't going to make Alpha 16. Now, whether or not they'll make Alpha 16 stable or we have to wait until Alpha 17, I don't know. I just reckon there's probably an issue there with performance with the flames themselves, but they seem to have done a good job with the electricity down there. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it, Serenity? There's some really good examples where I suppose it's more of a glitch, especially with the ferals, where you used to be able to shoot the ferals' heads off with a shot with the sniper rifle, and they would just sort of stand there twitching for ages. It was like a glitch, but it actually kind of suited the game quite nicely in a way. What's the durability of bulletproof glass? I honestly don't know, XGen, and I don't know what it takes to repair it, so I'd really rather not smack one of my own. You want me to just give you a... I suppose I could hit one. North and south side will have some, won't it? Let's give it a little tap with a hammer. 3,000, and it requires... Oh, what the hell? It actually requires bulletproof glass to repair. That's expensive. So 3,000 for bulletproof plates, mate. Oh, that sounds nice, Blind. Yeah, I like the sound of that, mate. Yeah. The old circular blades. That's been in a lot of games, hasn't it? Was it Quake and the Duke Nukems of the day had that kind of stuff in? I'm sure was that... Was it... What was that crazy game that the guys from... Is it Bulletstorm? Is it Bulletstorm? The one where the more... involved you got in the methodology of killing. So if you use the environment,
you're either too hot or too cold.
Like punch
Perhaps
them
a beverage
into,
or a nice wardrobe change will help.
Punch them into like spikes and things. What was it called? Bulletstorm or Bullet something, wasn't it? I'm sure they had like a really nice circular blade gun in that. Made a really cool noise as well. Yeah, thanks for the heat warning there, guys. Still got the poncho on. I mean, look at that. That is so blatantly the sawn shotgun asset, And so is the icon, the actual icon itself in the toolbar. And yet you need a long-barreled shotgun to make this. It just doesn't add up, does it? Definitely need to change that. And then I need to wire it up. And I think we were coming off the primary light source, weren't we? Is that right? Northern side. Did I just get turned around? Hang on a minute. Is that the right way? Hang on. Cancel that. I'm not sure what I just did then. Northern side. I think we were okay. But... I just did it again, haven't I? You bloody plonker. That's definitely the right one, yeah. There we go. It's a bit better, wasn't it? No, I do need to go and turn it on, unfortunately. That's the only downside. I'm not sure about these ladders. I'm not sure that's going to work in the mad panic of a horde, but let me just very quickly change it to 5 minutes. Correct. Let's nerd back in. What the hell? Right, interact. So we want that coming across. We had like a magic spot, didn't we? Which was like just there, I think. Okay, and let's put some ammo in there. Should we go for? Go for 63. Bottom the ammo. That one's down. It's going to be really hard to see because the bloody spotlights aren't actually in there. But that's essentially it, isn't it? Let's throw in another 60 in there. There we go. Operational bloody turrets, mate. North and south side, I think, are going to be reasonably well protected. Reasonably well protected. Ammo. And then I can put one more in. So should we go for the eastern? So go northeast, south. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Red Dead Revolver or Duke Nukem. I've never really played Red Dead Revolver, mate, properly. It's one of those games that I don't think I've ever actually... to the best of my knowledge, I've never actually owned it. So I've only sort of played it in bits and spurts. I do believe... and Duke Nukem, I've never been a massive fan of, mate. A lot of those games of that genre, what was the other one? Was it Sam something or another? I always preferred my dark, gritty Quake and Wolfensteins more than I did things like Duke Nukem, mate. You just found that whole sense of comedy just a little bit hard to swallow, to be honest, mate. Sorry, what was that, Scobsy? Missed that, man. Like Czar's got you covered. Can the rain fill the area around the hatch? No. No such thing as water, really, in the game, for all intents and purposes, mate. It just doesn't work like that. Right, let's go and turn that on as well, then. Eastern corner, yeah. I could probably do this one in 1 minute if we're quick. 60 seconds, mate. Lock room. Go. You watch me fall in there. You'd be gutted. Preview. Oh, I didn't power it, you bloody knobber. Bloody knobber. Mute. Thank you very much for the follow, mate. Thank you very much, sir. Eastern tunnel. So click that. Piston tunnel. Click. Interact. That. And to there. There we go. We did it. We did it just in time, lads. And throw that in. Pro skills, bro. Pro skills. So all I need to do now is go and change the timer on that one, and we are actually like fully operational. Bar the shotguns, literally just the shotguns, right? Ladders and vault doors. Give me those, and we're job done. Where's the entrance and where's the parking? What, the main base? It's all up at the fort. Fuck it, mate. I'm going to do the car part once I've done the vault door and everything. You're right, Iron Man. How you doing, fella? Am I hyped for Survive the Night's permanent? I am, actually. Serious Sam, that's the one, guys. Yeah, I never got on with Serious Sam and Duke Nukem. I've played them. But I wasn't like a massive fan of them, to be honest. It really wasn't. I remember one part of a Duke Nukem game where he said something as he went to a urinal, and I just thought, oh, for God's sake, really? I don't know, it took all the magic away from the game for me. Taking piss jokes, basically. I suppose that was the thing at the time, though, wasn't it? It was sort of making games more adult by almost, well, toilet humour, basically. Why can't I pick these bloody things up? Come on, it's off. Come on, thank you. So, we're going to go dinky, 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 aren't we? Like that. Let's just do a little row so we can gauge how this is going to look. Take that out. Let's put that in there. Take that along there. That's going to work for the spire as well, James. We're going to want that upside down, aren't we? Dink, dink, dink. So I'm going to want a triangular... Is it a... Oh, let's just go for concrete. Let's not overthink it. Wet concrete full corner. What's that? Whose birthday? Is it Monkey for Prez? Hello, Chagram. Hope everyone's having a great day. Today marks my 27th birthday. Hello, Little Strange Cloud. Hello, Kyle Barteus. How you doing? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Monkey for President. Happy birthday to you. Happy 27th, mate. Congrats, bro. You made it to the big 2-7, dude. What are you doing today? You got anything anything cool going on? Yeah, happy birthday, mate. Can't the spider zombies crawl up those walls that are only 3 high? Where have we got walls 3 high? You'll have to tell me, mate. Let me get this inside here. 3 high? Where have we got stuff that's 3 high, dude? You're not talking about the bit I'm working on now, are you? This is the only spider weakness. We were originally just going to forsake spider defenses because I think it kind of... That's it. Bish bash bosh. That's going to look nice, you know. That's going to look really nice with the spire thing. Ooh, lovely jubbly. Oh, I went past it, you knobber. Come on, where are you, fella? I just had you a minute ago. There we go. Look at that, lovely jubbly. Oh, it's gorgeous, mate. That's gonna actually look really nice. All a little bit different. A little bit. Oh, that's not right. What happened there, fella? Shit, bro. Is there anything I can do there? Yeah. What's that all about? How am I gonna? What can I put in there that's gonna look right? That's shocking, mate. Ruined, bro. Ruined. We carry that one across there. I can't think of any block. Is there any block that's going to fit in there? 2 gigs, thank you for the resub, mate. 2-month resub. Thank you very much, bro. I'm worried about what Iron Man's talking about with the 3 high walls now. I really hope you just meant this bit here. Think of shortening the height of the spire so we can get a proper vulture platform and it won't stretch the SI. Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah, we could do that. We could flatten it off a little bit earlier. Well, I think we're going to sort of go flat anyway, weren't we? It just depends at what point you want. I suppose it depends on how many bloody shotguns we want up there. Nothing too crazy today, but your fiance and I are heading to the beach. Oh, nice one, dude. Nice one. Thank you very much for the follow as well, Mr. Frenzy. Seriously, thank you very much for the resub there, Two Kings. Let's get some sub love in chat. You reckon that one will fit, will we? Let's give it a go. Appreciate the resub, dude. Always a pleasure, matey. Sorry, guys. It's all right. I'm nattering to the girlfriend while I'm just spinning blocks. She's just literally left. Sorry, what were we doing here? Inside corner. I've got an inside corner. I don't think I've done it on advanced, have I? Sorry, guys. I was just nattering to her before she left. Oh, for God's sake. Hang on one sec.
Hello?
Oh, sorry. She's now actually finally gone. What were we trying to do? We're trying to come up with a corner here, weren't we? All right, let's have a look then. So you reckon that a corner block, did you? Are we on advance? Let's have a look. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I hate these bloody blocks. Never have a lot of goddamn things. I can never tell which way it's actually rotated. I'd still like to see like a little dotted line or something. What were you saying there? Think of putting spotlights up there. Well, the thing is, we've got to be careful here, James, because what I'd like to do, mate, just here, but I'm going to rethinking it now. We're doing this, so maybe on top of this, there's less chance of it getting damaged. I want to put a megaphone, and a spotlight. But I don't know. That I'm almost thinking it would be nice to cast a shadow somewhere. So you know when a lane triggers, we're going to know from the spotlights down there, aren't we? But it would almost be nice maybe if you had a spotlight that kind of cast up into the night sky. But I've never had a look at a spotlight from a distance, really. And seen whether or not it does anything. I don't know whether the new spotlights cast like a different glow. But it would be really nice to have them light up a face on the spire. So when you're up in the spire, one window area, maybe in bulletproof glass, will just like suddenly just become really bright. And you know exactly which side they're coming from. Getting a little bit chilly there, aren't we? I don't think I've actually got anything to warm me up apart from the meat stew. So what was that? Block to the right is the inside block. Well, Tom Grum figures out how to do the advance. Yeah, shut it, blind. Backseat fucking streamer. Get out of here, go on. Let's try and figure... I just don't know what I'm fucking doing here. Are you sure that's even going to work? Corner, ramp. You want a ramp in there, do you? Block rotations with Grum. Ramp, and then you reckon that's the inside corner? Oh yeah, I see where you're going with that. I'm still not convinced, because look, you're talking bollocks. You're talking bollocks. This ain't never gonna work. You're literally talking out your arse. That's not the right freaking block. Inside corner, my ass cheeks. Full of shit. You can trigger the spotlight from a pressure plate so we know which. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly the same. Yeah. So when you hit this, it will sound the megaphone. I suppose we could have a central megaphone, couldn't we? But it'd look nice if it was like one on each side. So like 4 megaphones and they all trigger. I mean, I was thinking like a spotlight from here, maybe that like shines up to the windows on the central spire. Let's get a bit closer. Shall I? We on advanced. I can't see how that works, lads. Can't see how that works. I literally think you've all gone mad. I'm going to call you all out. How do I do it then, Pax? Honestly, I'm not even fucking joking, mate. How the fuck? Because these have got two. There's no way, dude. This has got. It's either got 2 rectangular plates or 2 square plates. There's no way to make that work. Is there? How many rotations should we go through? I suppose I need a silhouette where it's like chamfered off across at the top, don't I? I literally think you might be trolling the fucking shit out of me here, guys. I mean, that sort of looks ridiculous. None of these can possibly be correct. Try a full corner. Well, I'm starting to think this is not the block for us. This is not the block you're looking for. There's no way that fucking block's fit on there. What a load of steaming khaki bollocks. Let's try a ramp. I'll tell you what, I'm actually thinking I'd quite like to have used arches instead of anything else. But I don't think there's any way because we've done it on the slope, haven't we? I'm going to try the full corner, and I'm going to try that one, the filler corner, which I think is far more likely. Yeah, I mean, if you just look at this block, it's got 2 triangular plates on one vertex and 2 square plates on the other, and we're trying to meet square to triangle, so it can't possibly work. It's actually quite an interesting block, that one. What even is it? What even is it, sir? Yeah, I think that's not where we want it either, is it? But that actually looks really interesting. I tell you what, James, we might want to play about with these before we start pissing about with the Ginganguli bollocks, mate. So let's try fancy pants rotations. What's that? We've seen you build, James. You cannot be trusted. Oh, dear me. Was it symmetrical, James? That's all we care about. I don't think it's that either, to be honest, guys. And it can't be that, can it? I don't think there's any way to match it. I just think we're shit out of luck here. It's not going to work, is it? That's going to infuriate me. Left-hand block. Replace the ramp with the inside corner with angled faces to the left and towards you. Right-hand block ramp. Right, let's see if we've got a genius in chat. Zorin. So you want the right-hand one as a ramp, yeah? So we're going for ramp here. You're talking about... Because that would be triangle to triangle then, wouldn't it? So yeah, that would actually work. At least it gives us a better chance. So you're talking about... Oh, flipping out. We were on target to have this operational by day 70. I'm starting to doubt it now. No, we're still going square to triangle, mate. There's no way. There's no fucking way. I don't give a shit. There's just no freaking way. I'm gonna leave someone else to do that. We'll give a huge reward to whoever can figure that out, because I ain't got the patience today. You know, I'm just gonna do the easy bit. Did I make it? He made it all right. Yeah, look. I did that deliberately. Look, I forgot about these. There you go. Look at that. Bish, bash, bosh, mate. I think you're going to have problems going square to triangle. Oh, my God. It's like fucking Zebedee. Oh, God. Come on. Stop. There we go. It's a bit bouncy than normal today. Like that Kanga petrol. just a bit more to the left, Grub. Pivot! Pivot! You bunch of knobbers. That's it. No more listening to you. Like from now on, I've got more chance of getting sense out of James than I have you. Like I tell you, bloody believable. Look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Oh, the angularity. Take your bloody eye out. That could, mate. Gonna try and get some time during a weekday, so it might be a sick day. Oh, don't pull a sickie to build a spire, James. I mean, there's dedication and then there's like pulling a sickie, mate. That's terrible, bro. Good on you. Nice one, son. What day? Grumbul Factorio range quit inside 30 minutes. Why? Isn't Factorio a piece of piss? You just make loads of things, don't you? It's like things. It's just like automated. Bish bash bosh. 2 minutes, mate. I'll have that game cracked, I tell you. Fully industrialised, AI'd planet, mate. Easy peasy. If Doc can play it, I can play it. No problem. We've never actually seen one of Doc's factories, thinking about it. Probably like a little mini Argos. Couple of conveyor belts. Some chicken nuggets. Factorio Grim, I'd actually sub for that. What's the thing with Factorio then? It looks fairly straightforward. What little I've seen of it. I'm clearly completely misinterpreting the game then, from what you're saying. Couple of conveyor belts, couple of engines. They got a bit of ore. Easy peasy, mate. It's like that RimWorld everyone keeps banging on about. Piece of piss, mate. Ooh, 20 nuggets blind. Nice, mate. Bucket of nuggets. Don't get any better than that, fella. I bet you ruined it by putting some skanky ass sauce on it, didn't you? Dear, sorry. I was watching it was quite funny. I've mentioned it a couple of times. We were talking about Factorio, and a couple of days later I'd managed to get on YouTube, and I was watching this Australian guy on YouTube, and I was in chat talking about it, saying like, that's sort of, you know, it didn't want to ruin the game by sort of having it like too spoilerific. And I've been watching this Australian YouTuber who was like really informative, but also he sort of wasn't giving too much away. He was explaining the mechanics and letting you still sort of think your way through how that would play out. And I was sort of talking about him, saying like, you know, it was a really interesting channel the way he'd done it. And he turned out to be in our Twitch chat. He actually pipes and says, "That's me, that is, mate." I was like, "No way, dude!" I sort of recognised the name. Can you actually, I tell you what, actually, if you copy, say, that there, copy that rotation, it does, yeah, it doesn't copy it in relation to where you stand. Oh, God, I just went past it. Corner. Let's make 2 of those. This is going up quite quick, actually. Now that we've stopped messing about with inside corners, lads. Yeah, well spotted, dude. Warm up and up. Oh, did I just scrap the... Oh, I just scrapped the... Oh, dude. Here's that. Here's mute. See, we got some buffs on us now, ain't we? Buffs and debuffs. Look at that. Jesus. Factorio is a game where the only way to play is your way, and watching anyone else play is absolutely infuriating. Yeah, and that's what I liked about the way he was doing it, mate. He wasn't sort of playing the game, if you like. He was showcasing different elements of it, so it was like really nice for someone like me who knew very little about the game, just to get a little bit of an insight as to whether or not it's the sort of thing that I'd actually enjoy. It was a really nice series, to be honest. It was. There's a few different guys that I ended up watching. It seems to have quite a big sort of community following, doesn't it? Is that right? I think we'll all feel a little bit safer for having some zombie defences up, won't we? Do you think they'll actually get over that? I mean, these new zombies seem to be rather... sorry, these new spider zombies seem to be rather more acrobatic than I recall them being previously. They've surprised me on a couple of occasions. I suppose there's nothing to stop us expanding this out if we wanted to. But... you watch one zombie cop come in, the whole lot will go up. Everything's just smashed, falling apart. It's like hours of work just down the shitter. Oh, God. Please not. At least let it last a couple of hours before it goes down. Jesus. It's the only drinks I've got, dude. I ain't got anything else. I drink my own pee, Yerzar. Has anyone ever drank their own pee? Has anyone been in that situation where you've had to have a little bit of a sip of your own piddle? That'd be a pretty bad situation to be in to get that bad, wouldn't it? I mean, I've had to drink Lucozade before now, but there goes that sponsorship. Bet you have, ain't you, Ice? Down in the mines, mate. No blood. Nothing but rock or piss. I've not gone advanced, have I? That's it, 25 rotations later. It's not working for some reason, lads. I don't get it. Never been in that position, Booster, no. I watched, it's actually a really good book, and I can't remember the name of the actor who plays the dude in the film. I think it's called 127 Days. That is something else, that is, mate. I mean, it's a very hard film to have made because, of course, I mean, for those of you that don't know, it was about a young man that went rock climbing. I can't remember exactly where it was. It's in America somewhere, and he essentially sort of slipped down into... like a ravine, essentially, and his hand got caught. So he was completely free to move, apart from his hand, and like the lower part of his forearm was completely trapped. And I think he's thus it's 127 days. I think it can't have been. Is it 27 days? It can't be 127 days, can it? Obviously. Does anyone remember it? I'm starting to second guess myself now. But he ended up having to hack his own arm off. I mean, gee, can you imagine having to do that? It was the only way for him to escape was to actually cut through his own arm. And all he had was like essentially like quite a just like a bog standard penknife. It didn't have like a serrated blade or anything like that. And he describes in the book about how when he went through the tendons in his arm, and they snap and shoot back into essentially your bicep area, and the pain that felt like was just like, well, it was all consuming. You know, I mean, it was unbelievable. But he made it out and he lived, and he actually continued on to be a very successful swimmer and all sorts of things, and still to this day climbs with basically no hand. Quite a motivational tale, and like I said, the book is really, really good. 127 hours, that's the one. I was gonna say, there's no way it's 27 days, is it? And there's like a really scary section in it where it's like the heavens open. I mean, he's obviously like hugely dehydrated, and you know, the rain comes crashing down and all the rest of it. And of course, his first thoughts are obviously like, oh my god, thank God, you know, I might be able to actually get some moisture here. And because of the ravine is like a natural ravine, so you know, it's been essentially eroded over the years because it's a channel where the actual water runs when it's flooded. So just for a short period of time, the rain's coming down, he's actually in danger of drowning, of all thoughts, you know, of all things. Like I said, the book was incredible. The film is a bit different because it's almost having to fill in 27 hours. So it kind of goes through, you know, his thought processes and his descent into sort of borderline insanity, you know, due to dehydration and you know, the situation he's in. So it's kind of quite wacky, some of the stuff that happens. But yes, it still tells the tale. And of course, it's got the graphic stuff in it that some people might want to see. But the book itself has got like some photographs, some actual photographs of the area, and with his arm and him and his family and stuff. All in the middle of the book. It's really good though, really good. Which hand? It was his right hand, wasn't it? Because the camera was looking at it. So he had to cut through. He had to cut through his own flesh, tendons, muscles, and his own bone with essentially what was a bloody penknife and a bit of jiggling about. I mean, can you imagine having? Oh, it's just awful, isn't it? But he had to drink his own piddle as well. Like I said, good story. But a true story. I haven't started... Oh, we started the crinkle cut a while back, James. Just you remember, you were in stream when we started testing it. It's not a legit crinkle cut, mate. It was just the leftovers from when we first had the idea. So I started playing about, if you remember. Day 68, sorry, this is, we're going to be pushed here, guys. 27 hours. I was saying 127 hours. It can't have been that long, can it? How's the building going, Christian? James Franco, is that it to turn to? Yeah, nice one, dude, yeah. Turning the base into a cheese grater. it's just like a normal Grumbodian building. It starts off with like a tunnel with a couple of traps in it. 6 weeks later, we've got this monstrous alien-esque construct that looks like it's going to take off and travel to the moon. Is that right? That's not right, is it? I tell you, all these different rotations, they're mad. Some of the things you're going to be able to do with these, especially when you take into account the fact you can you can paint each surface as well. I mean, that's quite mind-blowing, really. See, the inside tunnel should be relatively straightforward. Even James could do that. I went there, mate. I went there. With a bit of help, probably. You might have to supervise him a little bit. He might get all he might get all creative halfway along the wall. Oh, it's a bit too linear, this. Oh, god damn it. I can't believe I've not been attacked by a zombie, which means that something terrible is about to happen. You can just see it now, can't you? So some huge ass zombie bear is sitting on top of our little hillside, just watching me with his beady red eyes, just waiting for that perfect... Am I going around in circles? Oh my god, dude. I've just gone past it again, haven't I? Right, that's it, start again. I wonder if... Has anyone actually checked this out? Is there a way to go backwards on rotations? Oh my god. Has anyone actually tested that? I can't think what button it would be, though. I wonder if there's any way to do that. If it's not in the game, I wonder if there's any option for them to add backwards and forwards on rotations. Because that would be really useful, wouldn't it? Because you could just spam through... Hit the one you want and then just, maybe click back twice. It would be, that'd be like a really useful tool, wouldn't it? This is where you tell me it's already in the game. We don't know if you did that without supervision, actually, James. I have a distinct feeling that Emily probably did that and you were nowhere near the computer room at the time, bro. Oh, yeah, James. We've done like a couple of different ideas for the spires, Christian. But both of which will work. It's just a case of aesthetically where we'd rather go. But that mirror paint, that was a good call, mate. That was a really good call. I've yet to see it myself outside of the screenshot. But quite looking forward to having to play about with that. I think all the paint stuff. Yeah, you might find one of those textures that looks just like what it looks like. It might be a wood texture, for example, but when applied to a certain block construct, it might take on a whole different meaning, you know, a completely different sort of perspective. I think we'll be able to come up with some pretty wacky stuff. The movie was 127 hours. I can't imagine happening that to me. Would die like a pig, probably. Oh, honestly, Helter, I really enjoyed it. It's weird. The girlfriend actually bought me the book ages before the film came out, or let's put it this way, we'd certainly never heard of the film, and then because I was sitting down with some friends telling them about it one evening, and they happened to mention, you do know that's a film, don't you? And it was like, no, and we actually picked it up. It's cleverly done, mate.
Hello?
I'll speak to Vicky. She'll let us know if you were alone for it. So I think that's got Emily's fingerprints all over it. It's far too linear for James to have done that on his own. He just couldn't have done that many blocks that symmetrically. He'd have gone insane after about 10 blocks, wouldn't he? Thank you very much for the follow, Black Hammer. Thank you very much. And also to Gash Boy. Thank you, guys. Thank you very, very much for the follows, lads. Come on. I've gone past it twice now. Come on. Mr. Chicks, it's the man himself.
Hello?
Oh my lordy McLordy. SL Jackson, thank you very much for the follow, dude. Thank you very much for the follow. How's it going, Chicks? How's it hanging, sir? Vicky and Emily were in the room, but I was at the PC by myself. No one believes you, mate. No one believes you. It's that child prodigy of yours, James. You've got to stop taking credit. I'm going to bite you on the ass, mate. That was a lovely picture in Discord, fella. That was wicked, mate. That was really nice. I'm out of concrete. God damn it, bro. I'll tell you what, let's just put the other row in then, and then we can go and get some more concrete, and we should be able to finish this off in the morning. It shouldn't take that much more, should it? If anybody just happens to have one more... How many more shotguns do we need? 3. We need 3 more shotguns, don't we? And then we actually are legitimately 100% operational with the original build. The Spire technically doesn't make any difference, does it, James, to our survivability? Not now we've done this, anyway. This will actually make the melee rooms viable as well, guys. You won't need to worry about the spider zombies being in there when you breach 3. Because they quite often sneak in there and start trying to bash through the doors, don't they? I think that's it, isn't it? Is that the last side? Excellent. I've got to go back in this way because full effort is not equipped yet, is it? Big and hairy and hard to carry. Excellent, sir. You're right, Levi West. Did you mention Serious Sam earlier? Just noticed it's on sale today. We did, yeah. I wasn't a big fan of those sorts of games, Elegon. That was all I was saying. It's I preferred the other sorts of games that were out at the time. The sort of like darker games, like the Quakes and stuff. I never really. I don't know. I just didn't enjoy the humour really. I certainly can't imagine buying that latest version of Serious Sam or whatever it's bloody called. Grum, how would you feel about making me a Grumbul POI? What's that, dude? You got any idea how rude that's going to look, Christian? We could do that. What about we do a community one, Christian? What you got a plan? You got anything that we need to work on? We would be honoured to make you a POI, Christian. I will ban James and I will ban Zaranthian from having any input on it so we can keep it at least somewhat family friendly, alright mate? Yeah, we could do that, dude. Yeah, that'd be awesome, mate. We'd love to do that. Wouldn't we? Is there anything you're after, like? You need anything in particular? Something that's that you're currently missing in the game. Let's throw some more of these in here because we're actually doing quite well. Oh my god, look how many we've got. Jeez. Oh bloody hell, I didn't realise we'd got so many. Oh, this is going to be almost impossible to divvy up sort of equally, isn't it? You have to sort of keep checking these sort of constantly. Ammo. Just sort of like randomly stick a few in there.
Hello?
I want to make a POI. You want to make one, or you want us to make one? Oh yeah, sorry, you. Oh God, dude, that'd be amazing, Christian. Sorry, mate. I thought you were asking us as a community to like lend a little bit of creativity or something. Dude, that'd be amazing, bro. I'd be all over that like a rash, mate. Not that sort of rash, though. Oh, that'd be wicked, dude. No, yeah, totally. We could have a lot of fun with seeing that, mate. We could go on the hunt for different seeds that have got the Grumbul POI in it, mate. We could make it our next base. Got me grinning like a big school kid now, Christian. The POI doesn't need to be symmetrical. Oh dear. The occasional phallic entity. What you on about crabs for, blind? What you on about, eh? That's got nothing to do with me, mate. You can blame Zara and Z-Star for the crab conversation. I just did the t-shirt. I'll tell you what, I've laughed at a lot of things on our Discord. A lot of things. Genuinely laugh out loud, chortling away, walking down the street, phone in hand, or sitting on the pooper. And I've got to admit, the way that conversation just spiraled so quickly, I was proper laughing. I had to walk away in the end from that one. I thought this is never going to end. I've got work to do here, lads. You're right, Panda Kyle prop works. How's it shaking, mate? How's it shaking, fella? I'll tell you what we'll do. Shall we throw in... Oh, it's 205 wellness. We need to be careful. Giga J Steam, how you doing, mate? Thank you very much for that, fella. Thank you very much for the follow, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you. You're right, hapless one. It's not far off, actually, dude. It's not far off at all. I'm almost reluctant to overfill these in case they get completely destroyed. Let's just keep a few spare for the Horde 2. Any ideas what kind of POI you would like? Yeah, come on then, chat. What if... seriously, Christian, honestly, mate, I mean, we won't hold you to it at all, mate. But if you could do something like that, I would be... I mean, that would be like the greatest thing I've ever achieved in my life, mate. That would be amazing. What do you think, guys? If Christian was to make a Grumbodian POI, what do you think it would be? And keep it at least slightly feasible. Zaranthian. A tomb. A creepy Grum statue in front of all the daycares. How about minus Tirith? That'll keep him busy, Alagon. A pyramid with a destroyed mini bike underneath. We could certainly go for something a little bit like the Love Shack. Your Anubis build. Deary me. You're right, Nightshade. How did you find this game? I couldn't get on with it. Why? Tell us why you couldn't get on with it, and we'll tell you why you probably did it all horribly wrong and it's all your fault, mate. No, seriously, not show. Why? What was the problem, mate? When did you play it as well? Did you play it on the PlayStation, the Xbox, or, you know, on the PC? Don't forget, there's lots of different sort of versions out there, mate. I won't try and hard sell it to you. I mean, I love the game. Thus, I'm sitting here streaming it daily, mate. It's sort of like my sort of game forever, really. But you know, you have to tell me like what you struggled with, really. Did you just find it difficult, or did you just not sort of click with you? We're going to need to go back and get quite a lot of rebar, I think. We've just not got enough to... Oh, dang it, did I bring square rebar? No, I didn't. There's a lot of backwards in and forwards in there, because it's not like we're doing any one thing consistently at the moment, is it? It's like hitting and stopping and starting, so you need so many different materials for it. Gonna look a bit ugly from the top until we work on the quadrants, but it's the least of our problems at the minute. The old copy rotation. I don't know. You got me thinking now, Christian. A pyramid at Grumbodian ruins. We used to do a lot with that. I tell you, oh mate, did you ever see our? You wouldn't have seen it, would you? We always used to do like the Hellbite shrines. Which we had some really nice ways of doing some like really cool lighting, but I suppose the problem with that is it's subterranean, isn't it? So I should imagine that would cause problems of its own, really. We had some really nice ways of like using the light bleed on the torches behind coffins, for example, so that the coffins almost looked like they didn't look illuminated, but it cast like a really soft, eerie glow and things like that. Secret if I can behave when it comes to it, you knobber. I don't believe you, mate. I bet you're sitting there trembling, Zar. Literally trembling. Make a creepy amusement park and call it Grumbuland. Grumboland. You're right, Jan. How you doing, fella? Don't know, mate. Put me on the spot now. I have done this right, yeah? I'm starting to think I've completely messed this up. You're talking about something as big as an amusement park. Jesus Christ, man. I thought you were talking about like a little shanty or something. Well, that's like you like weeks to do, mate. What's that one there? It's going to be an inside corner, isn't it? Ramp over ladder. Sorry, what's that? What's that, Kikistricate? Was that Kikistricate? What was that, dude? Sorry, Smed. Ramp over ladder. I brought it thinking there would be open servers where you could play more than 1 or 2 people. When I joined them, was just lets me up dead. So what did you play? You're right, Chachi. Base is amazing. Oh, cheers, Chachi. We're all you know, chipping away at it. A giant statue of Bojangle. You're right, Red Queen. What about a full-scale military base installation called Fort Effet? Can you get away with that, mate? You can. Oh Jesus, mate. I don't know. I don't know what to say, mate. I don't know. It's gonna have to be your own creative juices, but that would be amazing, dude. I mean, that would be phenomenal. Really would. For effort. See, we never have a server without a full effort on there, do we? In fact, this is the first full effort we've actually put a roof on, isn't it? Well, the first time we put a roof on that hasn't collapsed, should I clarify? Subtle difference, yeah? You got enough? Oh, Christian. Well, look, mate. Seriously, good luck, man, and thank you. If you ever want any ideas, I'm sure we could help out. But I appreciate it, mate. Thank you. That's looking good, yeah. Is that right? And do the same on that side. We're quite lucky because we're semi-operational, so we can actually work at night, can't we? But we definitely need a lot more rebar. I really should have just started manufacturing a little bit, shouldn't I? We kind of left it because we were... Oh, actually, no, it wasn't our fault. We'd run out of clay in the forge, hadn't we? So when we go back, there should be 6,000 clay smelted down. So if I just make like 500 square, 500 ramps, we should be good to go. It shouldn't be far off being done, should it? Going to add any lights? We've sort of got lights, Skinny. But yes, there's going to be a lot more lighting to answer your question. If you can see down there, mate, it's hard to spot it. If I sort of show you with the arrow tip. Just down there, look, is actually a spotlight behind a bulletproof glass. And the same down there. So, I mean, if I show you, if a zombie does activate, it kind of self-illuminates. Oh, actually, that didn't illuminate. Why is that? Oh, it has done. No, it has done. Sorry. See in there, look. So each alley has got its own light source. Oh, let's get up, am I? It's got its own light source, which will illuminate where we are. Can't see it very well from back out here, unfortunately. But so you'll always know. Look, it casts like a nice shadow through that first killing ground, and then I would say probably... Can you aim spotlights? Can you actually angle spotlights up and down? I'm sure you can, right? So it'd be nice to have one sort of inserted in here. On either side, just maybe illuminating down. We'll also have like a foghorn as well. So we kind of get an audio cue that there's a zombie around. But yeah. I actually didn't realise... I actually thought it illuminated more, but I suppose it is a really, really dreary day. You can aim the spotlights. Nice, nice. So, yeah, so, I mean, to answer your question then, yes, we'll definitely add some more illumination. We're also going to have some shotguns sort of around the central area aimed up to try and take out any vultures that descend. Because vultures is probably the biggest threat right now, isn't it? So if anybody's got any ideas for an official Grumbodian point of interest, then Christian's in chat, who is the man who makes all these POIs. I don't know. I feel like I should stay out of it almost, mate. To be honest, I'd be honoured with whatever you did, mate. You just go ahead, dude. Go ahead, mate. We are rather partial to hobnobs, the hobnobby biscuit. I will mention, but obviously, I was going to say we could have a play on words so we don't get sued by McVitie's, but the first thing that popped into my head was grumnob. That's not going to work, is it, mate? I didn't think that through at all, did I? I was thinking like an industrial factory or something where they make the grumnobs, but yeah, that's terrible. Scrap that idea, mate. Oh dear. What's that, Big K? Clean underwear would be kind of nice. A Grum shirt that says, "Where the F is my mini bike?" Hobnobs, like, yeah, it's HOBNOB. They're made. Oh my god, Jesus! Oh god, I thought I just got to kill myself. Yeah, they're an amazing biscuit, mate. It's actually where our Grum Love emote comes from. Simpsy sort of did the hobnobby biscuity texture for it. It's if I stand on that, I won't get shot, will I? Because they're not activated until the prime is activated. I can actually get into repair that sausage. Wow. Wow, this is all getting very, very complicated. And I've just realised why I didn't backfill that block earlier as well. Turrets don't have advanced rotation. Yeah, yeah, no, think of it as like on the corner here, mate. So think of that as being, or maybe there probably. So think of a shotgun there, pointing sort of up or just over us. So it'll never shoot down if we get, but it will cover the airspace. So I'd probably be thinking of like maybe one there on each corner. So what this one here would sort of look across over there. That one would look across over here. So almost like we've got a no-fly zone for vultures. That's the plan, but we're really struggling getting shotguns, mate. We are really struggling with shotgun parts, and everyone's trying ever so hard to get them. So yeah, we were talking about having like inverted ones, or even some put on walls. And I know Arakan was in chat. We were talking about it earlier. That's a no-go at the moment, isn't it? It'd be nice to see turrets placed that way. I don't know if there's a reason why they can't be placed upside down or on walls, but...
What 100% 24-carat plonker he really is.
What's that, Jan? Do what, mate? I think it's only this side that I didn't ever get an actual ramp on, did I? Do we go over and do that side, seeing as we've got a start on it, haven't we? Right, come on then. Still can't help but feel I'm missing something on these sides, but that's where the first see, this was the original crinkle side, where we would get then overlay on the top here, like you did, James, if you're there. And it was actually when I was logging off, I suddenly thought we could actually continue this straight up to give that crinkle cut effect, or do, you know, like we originally planned, which was to add over the top here, which gives you that lovely triangular, as we call it, the B-52 style. It's a really tough call, mate. I mean, it won't make any difference either way in terms of functionality. At least I don't think it will. They might bounce a little bit more around on the crinkle cut sort of idea, but not a huge amount, I don't think. You're narrowing it down, are you, Christian? You got me all excited now, fella. I was reading on the official forums, yesterday. Was it yesterday? The day before, I can't remember. About Joel saying your first stable didn't come out before July the 4th. He'd eat his own beard. I was like, he must feel confident. He must feel very confident. He loves that beard. Yeah, that's it, Jan. Yeah, you know, we were sort of going for that sort of just like really crazy, like multiple oblique sort of texture and angular sort of angularity to it. So the sort of triangular and inverse triangle, it does actually look really nice. I can't remember where we first tried something like that, and I'm not entirely sure if the block rotations back in the past didn't lend itself to a particularly pleasing shape, but right, we're getting very close to being finished here, lads. Let me just do the corner, because they frazzled the old mind a little bit, and then we'll go and get some more rebar. Should be good to go then, shouldn't we? Oh, dude. Shawnee. God damn. Got it. Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, go for it, James. Yeah. Hey there, Sean. Yeah, so I mean, if you can, Joe. I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you while you were at work, mate. But yeah, so James is going to post. Essentially, think of each quadrant as going right up into a spire. So you'll still have the completely hollow cross section, But think of this as almost going up as a huge ramp to a peak. So from this side, you'll see a line going up there and then a triangular side. All right, so it will still be completely sort of free to the sky in the cross section, northeast, southwest. James is going to post up 2 options that we've got, which is the B-52 bomber sort of triangular build or the crinkle cut build. Either of which I think will lend themselves very neatly to it. They both have a sort of alien-esque sort of feel to them, especially when we play about with Christian's idea of using the mirror texture. How's things then, Sean? You alright, Lazarus? How you doing, fella? Thank you very much for the bits there. Thank you very much for the bits, Big K. Very much appreciate that. Oh my god, there goes the bat phone. Let's ignore that for a little bit. Oh. That's the one, isn't it? Bish, bash, bosh, mate. Okay, I think that's the spider trap done on nearly all sides. I'm really worried about that little gap there. Let's have a look before we jet off to get some more rebar. Yeah, looking good, mate. Looking good. Stop raining. Where's the full effort gone? South, right? My God, that is bloody misty today, isn't it? Love the shadow though. I'm doing all right, Sean. What about yourself, mate? How's it all going, dude? A crumb zombie walks around with a huge dick eating hobnobs. That's terrible, Big K. Yeah, I've got to get the ladders yet. Yeah, we've got to put those corner blocks on. Get some more. I've got a shopping list of vault doors and ladders for this return trip. So don't worry. We'll. In fact, let me just make sure I actually did empty the bike of all goodies. Yes, we did. Let's eat some stew. Have a swig of the old goldenrod, because that won't freeze me to death. Let's go home. Woo! You're right, End. Thank you very much for the bits, mates. Thank you for the bits. Thank you so much for the bits. Yeah, we had a chat yesterday, didn't we, James? I don't genuinely think there's going to be any difference in terms of structural integrity. I know the crinkle version does not require any supports in the melee chambers. But then again, I was building in reinforced concrete, so I'm not sure whether or not we'd have to like wait for each layer to dry before we went from wet to... You know what I'm saying, James? I'm not sure if there's any difference in SI between the two block types. I think the only reason I'm inclined to go for the crinkle over the B-52 was because it almost enables to have almost like a cap, almost like a pyramid cap for the primary central fort, rather than having it like as a square one. And it's the way the ridges kind of line up. It casts like this really crazy sort of glow. No, not glow, shadow is a better word, obviously, at certain times of day. It's really weird how the gap that we're going to have from the spire walls to the central tower. It's impossible to sort of try and articulate it without actually sort of showing you it. It's just one of those things. Yeah, and that's the only downside, to be honest, James. If we do flatten it out, that perspective is going to become a moot point, to be honest. It's not going to have the same effect, which is why it doesn't really matter which way we go, to be fair, mate. You know what we could do as well? We could actually do, like, imagine going from, like, northeast, southwest. You could have north as B52, east as Crinkle. So, you know, you'd have, like, 2 opposing sides. So you might have, like, the northeastern and southwestern as Crinkle. That makes sense. I'm just not sure whether it might look a bit weird that way. We might be playing with fire there, considering the amount of work that would go into it. Yeah, the bike's been taking a bit of... I haven't got any repair kits, Jan. I'm completely out. See, 1 repair kit does quite a good number on the old bike these days, doesn't it? If Ice has got any we could nick. Yeah, I think the alternating patterns is really risking it, to be honest, James. I think he could throw it off. I think it's one of those things that sounds great sort of in concept, but I just feel it could really detract from the overall design. I think for the purposes of this, we're probably better off just going for one. Right, David Christie. Don't think so. Yeah, to be honest, mate, I've not even got time to be thinking about repair kits right now. But we're so close to day 70. I need this build finishing. I've not even been looking. Oh my god! I've not even been looking at my own armor or weaponry. I've not collected feathers. Oh my god! I have something absolutely amazing. Have I got space? That's shockingly badly. If anybody needs a beaker, we have just got a spare one. Not doing too well there, Shelby. Oh, that could be the end of the bike. I think that's the end of the bike, guys. Still going? Still going. Is it still going? I'm not entirely sure. That wasn't just a bit of forward momentum there, to be honest. Oh, I'll tell you what. This scavenging bug, I don't know whether it affects things like loot crates, but I'll tell you what. It just goes to show how important the scavenging skill is. It's something I've always taken for granted, to be honest. I will definitely be building my character around scavenging and Quality Joe much more than I used to. It's quite an eye-opener. No, we're not going to get... We will not be operational for the Horde this stream, unfortunately. We might even have to stop a little bit early so people have got some time. It's not until tomorrow evening, is it? So we've still got a bit of time today to make sure that everything's operational. And then everybody that's on the server that wants to join us will have an exact time for when we can go live tomorrow. I will basically work my ass off this evening so that I can come on the server as early as possible tomorrow. Let me just really quickly just throw some of this crud in here. Take that back. So, yeah, I'm not worried about crafting speed, to be honest. I think because I play primarily sort of in my own area, I have so many things to do anyway. I very rarely need to really worry about like increasing the speed with which I manufacture things. It's more end game for me, that is, when I'm doing the big builds. I mean, already we saw. I mean, like just by having things running constantly, you know. I mean, look at it. We've already got a shortfall. It's crazy, look. I mean, that's without even trying. So I sort of prefer the slope. You've seen all the chairs are upside down. It's so weird. And that's oh my god! Look, he's like one of those Diablo paladins. Look, instead of his whirling hammers, he's got his whirling cross. Well, his bow. Look, you got some rebar ice. Oh, not a ooh, dude, how much have you made? Oh, maybe I don't need... I'll tell you what, I'll make 500 of each now, and then we'll use yours for like immediate construction. It's not looking like a buckshot. My eye is... I'm really struggling with it, to be honest, dude. Every day it's getting better, but around this time, I mean, how long have we been on for? I don't know how long the stream's been up, because we went off air, didn't we? Because the old internet went down today, so I've got no way of knowing what time or how long we've been on. But it's so hard just having the one eye working. You know what? It even affects the way I talk. It's really weird. It's like I can't concentrate like I normally can by only having one functioning eye, if that makes sense. I get this incredibly... It's all right, like just doing normal stuff, but you know, because I'm looking at a computer screen and then I'm looking at another monitor to look at chat, and then I'm looking at another monitor just to monitor stuff on the stream. I don't know. It's like the eye that is working. It aches like it's like proper in distress all the time. It's just got something in it. It's nothing. It's nothing like untoward. It's not like some horrible medical condition. I just have a horrible feeling it's got something in there. I keep saying I'm going to go to the opticians rather than the doctors. So I think as soon as we finish the stream today, I may actually go into town and go to an optician and say, "Oi, what's in there?" We'll find out there's a big piece of toenail in there or something. How did that get in there? Come on, blimey, Gavner. That's a new one, fella. But I'll tell you what, I've never known something like that affect you in so many different ways. It's, like I said, it affects my ability to concentrate as much as it's annoying because it hurts. So yeah, and I want to make sure we try and get an extended Friday streaming. So we might just have to limit ourselves a little bit. But like I said, well, I'll make sure we get a really long streaming tomorrow. I'll work my little butt off tonight and get on nice and early so we can have the horde at a reasonable time mid-morning, and then have the day laughing at how hysterically bad it went and trying to get it repaired. Yeah, that's it, Booster, yeah. I was nibbling the manky toe, mate. A little bit of shrapnel came out. Turn it into a Z, yeah, that's it, mate. All starts with the eye, right? I've got this really weird twitch in it, mate. It is, it's horrible. I mean, I'm sure everybody's had eye pain before. We've all had a smack in the face, or, you know, something gets caught in it. Who was it in chat the other day? He was saying that they had, like, they actually had a piece of, like, hot metal hit their eye, didn't they? I can't even imagine how much that must have hurt. That sounds awful. Midget Gangster, thank you very much. How you doing, mate? Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciate that. Let me just check my food, actually. That's my last 2 meat stew. Raw meat, potatoes. Oh my god, it's okay. Nearly panicked then. Didn't see any corn. Meat stew. 8 minutes. Bish bash bosh. I'm going to have to do some farming, guys, or we are actually going to end up in a real problem. I'm sort of letting everything slip apart from the primary build at the minute, and I think it's going to bite me in the bum very shortly if we're not careful. Have I even got any... Yeah, I've got a bit of golden rod. Alright, so... Let's go and see what Ice brought back. Thanks for the rebar, dude. That's going to really help out. I mean, what am I going to use to fight with on Horde Night? Seriously, I mean, it's all very well saying it's going to be operational, but I'm just going to be sitting there with my finger up my bum, ain't I? Like a bit more concrete as well. Colstone, thank you very much for the follow, mate. Thank you very much, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let me just go and make the ladders and the doors if I've got any forged iron left. I haven't. Yes, I have. So. Ladders. No, we're going to want at least one more on each side. So that's going to be 4, isn't it? But then I need a load more for the actual 4F it. I mean, how many can I make in total? Yeah, it's not even close, is it? Oh my god, you can make steel ladders. 5 forged steel. Jesus, good lord, I never saw that. You alright, Bethany? How you doing? Hello, Black Dog. Yeah, no, I am Black Dog. Yeah, I sort of, you know what, mate? I thought I'd get a couple of 3 days, just let it settle down. You know, it's just sore. But I think you're right, mate. I'm at the point now where I think, yeah, all right, let's go and have it properly looked at. You want to get laser eye surgery, but you're poop scared at the same time. I can totally understand that, Booster. I can totally dig that, mate. I know people that have had laser eye surgery and they talk about it being the greatest decision they ever made in their entire life. I know people that have scrimped and saved for years to get it done, mate. You know, lived on the breadline to have laser eye surgery, and they don't regret a single day lost, you know, when they couldn't come down the pub or couldn't go on holiday or couldn't get this done in the house. Absolutely, you know, wholeheartedly wouldn't turn back the clock or spend that money on anything else. I also know people that, you know, are a little bit more affluent who just had it done because they could afford to, and they say the same thing. It's just a scary thought, isn't it? It's your eyes, mate. You know. You're right, Sadiva. You had iritis. When uveitis, it's what I wanted him to discuss instead of ignoring it. What's that? Now I can't see properly in the right eye. It won't focus of late. Oh my god. Laser eye surgery is some bad side effects sometimes. I don't know anyone that's ever had bad sort of experience with it, mate. I suppose it's one of those things that, I mean, I remember someone saying, like, they just don't know how that's going to affect you, like, in later life. You know, because your eyesight obviously can deteriorate. You know, your eyeball shape can change over time. You got things like, is it astigmatism or something, where you get, like, a rugby-shaped eyeball and things like that? And I suppose that's the only thing that would make me slightly concerned. Is like, I might end up getting 20/20 vision now, but what happens when things change as you get that little bit older? And is that going to affect anything? I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I know it's hellishly expensive in the UK, though. Like, crazy expensive in the UK. And they're really, really scammy about it as well, because they advertise it in, like, papers and on TV, like, laser eye surgery, the latest equipment. I don't know what it's called these days. You know, £700, and then in small print at the bottom of the screen, it's got per eye. You know what I mean? It's yeah. And they also charge you a hell of a consultation fee, apparently. So you actually have to hand over like something like 150, 200 plus pounds, and that's just so you can. We're going to really struggle to make the deadline on this, guys. We're going to really struggle. I just don't think we've got time. And it's non-refundable. So you could go there, you could have all the tests, and they could turn around and say, no, you know, you've got that type of vision or that type of eyeball that means that, you know, this surgery won't work for you, or we're not willing to perform it, and you've lost the money. I could, you know, it's a lot of cash, isn't it? And then it's like you said, you know, it's mucking about with your eyes, isn't it? I don't think anyone likes piddling about with their eyes, do they? True story, right? When I was little, yeah, I sat on my mum's bed and she had this massive bloody mirror in her room, right? This straight up, God's honest truth, mate. I always wondered if the little black bit in the middle of my eye, my pupil, obviously being very young, didn't really dig that, was actually just a hole in my eye. And I actually got, it was like a knit, what do they call it? Like a knitting, not a knitting needle, a sewing needle. And I actually sat in front of my mum's mirror and thought about just seeing if I could slip a needle into the black hole in the middle of my eye. Seriously. Seriously. I don't know why. It's the most bizarre thing to even say out loud, but I genuinely thought, I wonder if it's hollow. I wonder if it's possible just like put something in there. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Obviously I didn't do it. But it's something that actually sat there. And I actually had like the needle in my hand and everything. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? It'd be so cool if you got like party trick, like sticking this thing in your eyeball like. I remember a guy who learnt a party trick. He used to get a condom and he used to sniff it up his nose, and it'd come out like the back of his mouth. And that was like his party trick. And I remember it going horribly wrong once, and it was really quite frightening. Well, technically, but you sort of forget, like, there's like a lens over the front of it, right, Zaranthian, so I'm sure scratching that doesn't do your vision any good, right? Yeah, kid logic, man. Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah. So I wonder if anyone's ever done that. I'll give that a go. So glad I didn't. I think gut instincts was telling me that's probably a really bad idea, mate. Yeah, I remember you saying, Shelby. I mean, how is that, Shelby? I mean, do you have time scales on that, Shelby? Is it one of those things? Is it a degenerative condition that, you know, can be monitored, and you kind of almost can be told at what point your vision's going to get to the point where it really is immediately life-changing? Is it gradual, or is it one of those things where it could just get exponentially worse at any second, Shelby? Because I tell you what, mate, what you've got there, it breaks my heart, mate. Honestly, you're so bloody brave, just having something like that, and just knowing what the future may bring. My hat is off to you, Shelby. Honestly. Your uncle got it done in one eye because when he had it, he smelt his retina being burnt and passed out. Oh, what? Oh, dude. What? So he just refused to have it done? But surely once he realised that it was just a smell and his eye was working like so much better in the other eye, and does that mean he has to wear like fake glasses or something? So like one eye's got a lens in it and the other hasn't? I don't know. You right, Mark? How you doing, mate? How's things? You right, Pixie Bella? How's your sandwich? Is it alright? Nice tuna sandwich, yeah? No, it can be gradual or happen quickly. Oh, that makes it so much worse as well, Shelby. I mean, I'm not saying like any sort of change in that condition is going to be good. Of course it's not. But just not to know anything. You know, everything could be fine like for years and years to come then, presumably. And then just all of a sudden, it could just happen. I mean, that scares the absolute crap out of me, Shelby. Have you seen the guys on YouTube? I'll tell you what, you know, we talk about motivational stuff and about how people sort of, you know, adapt to things. Have you seen the guys legitimately, completely, 100% blind? Like, they cannot see, and they play computer games. They use, like, things like audio cues and rumbles and, you know, like from controllers and things. And they actually can play, like certain computer games. It's absolutely freaking amazing. If you ever get a chance, check it out on YouTube. There's a few of them. There's a guy that does a lot of work for charity. Definitely worth checking out. To me, that's like incomprehensible because I can see. So the thought of being able to play a game when I can't see anything, it defies all logic. It's like, how can that possibly even be done? But it just goes to show, doesn't it, that people are amazing. When you were 3, I wondered why I had stones in your 2 dingly bits, so I grabbed scissors ready to snip it open. Oh, dude, shocking, you see, kid logic, mate, kid logic. Yeah, man, dude, oh my lordy McLordy, bro. You started on a bit of ham instead, Pixie. I don't blame you, mate. Oh, wow. Stuff you do as a kid, right? Actually, I've just realised, you know what we're going to have to do anyway after all of this? After all this buggering about, right? We almost don't need to worry about this anyway, yeah? Because we're going to need to put a hatching up here. Because we've got to, haven't we? Otherwise we've got to put the ladders in. We only need them on this side. So we should just go for one left and right so 2 people can get access simultaneously. Eat fish. Fish is just that omega-3 thing, isn't it? Fish is like so good for you, apparently, isn't it? What's that? Maxidex used to work. Oh, sorry. There's a guy named Ace's Fury that plays DayZ, and he uses this awesome eye tracking program that shows where he's looking on screen. It was originally for his wife who has ALS, and she could use it to help her type and communicate. That's amazing, chicks, isn't it? Honestly, the stuff that is out there that you know you're oblivious to, just because you're oblivious to it, aren't you? You know, not everyone's got time to go trawling YouTube and things, but sometimes I end up watching YouTube and end up descending into the bowels of stupidity. There is so much nonsense on YouTube, but every now and again, you know, you just come across something that is just so just completely amazing. It sort of makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it? Some amazing tales out there, some amazing channels out there. Yeah, that's cool, chicks. When I was a child, I thought people were nice and I wanted to befriend them. What a fool I was. Oh, dear, Samantha, what are you like, mate? That's shocking, Permarin. Imagine you'd have got a bit of a shock of your life when you cut a hole in your old sack, wouldn't you, mate? Jesus, good lord. I should imagine that would bleed quite profusely as well, rather quickly. Lucky escape. Oh, hang on, that's not right, is it? In fact, how are we going to do that? I think it would look better if we put an inside corner on it. Let's just see what it would look like. I think it probably would. It might just feel... It's just going to look like there's something missing, isn't there? And to be honest, we might as well put the ladder down to the ground now. It makes no difference. We'll put a hatch on there. And I'll do the same on that side. So like I said, so then two characters, or two people, sorry, can actually get up simultaneously, just in case we're on a bit of a mad panic to get in. I'm alright, thanks, Mark. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad, fella. Enjoying the weather, to be honest, Mark. It's been really nice in the UK here recently. Inside corner, was it? Oh, shit. You're not trolling me again, are you? So we've now got full access to those two sides. Ladder systems on there, so we just need to do... these, don't we? Still got to do the concrete down in the melee chamber down there as well, haven't we? It's one of those tales your mum tell you, Perrin. It's like, really, mum? Just concentrate on getting these rotated in. I'm quite excited to see the behemoth zombie when they finally add that in. I would love to see just how fast that thing is going to shred traps. And how we're going to fiddle about stopping it. We might have to have people up here. Almost actually ready, or in the central tower maybe with sniper rifles. That thing's just got to be down before it reaches the base, hasn't it? We need Tony on spec. Okay. Right. Why have I only got 13 ramps? Tell me I brought... Oh my god, is that all the... Oh, dudes, I thought I'd picked up... That's shocking, mate. We need to go back. That or someone needs to make a delivery of rebar. Ramp rebar. Got anybody else on the server today? It's just me and Ice, isn't it? You on Buckshot? Your brother is blind in one eye because he got a minor infection that you never even noticed, bear in mind, and his immune system went crazy and basically destroyed his optic. I remember you telling us about that, dog. That is just absolutely bloody terrifying, mate. Can't believe I didn't bring any, You wouldn't happen to have a load of bloody curved rebar on you, would you, Buckshot? As in ramped rebar. Can't believe I haven't got any. What an idiot. I cannot believe I came back without the bloody rebar. That was a very, very, very bad mistake. No, don't worry, dude. I'm going to head back then. Can anybody think of anything else that we need right now? Because I'm only going to get one more journey in. We can fuel them all up. We can get the spider traps finished. It's not an inside corner there, is it? Isn't it just That's not an inside corner. It's a full corner, surely. Wait a sec. Well, to be honest, Permanent, I think it's more than likely we'll have to wipe and start again when Stable comes out. But we'll get it rebuilt. I've learnt a lot this time round. So next time round, it would be a lot quicker. And there's quite a few people that aren't playing on the server as much as they possibly normally would, because I suppose they know it's going to wipe. So, you know, why invest any time in on it? But you could say that about anything, couldn't you? I just wanted to learn as much as I could about how... yeah, it's not a bloody inside corner at all. You're trolling me again, aren't you lot? Tell you what, it's unbelievable. You got 500 ramps. You wouldn't happen to be on the way over, would you, Ice? Well, I mean, what am I going to use for ammo? I've got 200 arrows, mate. That's it. For a whole horde, I've got 200 arrows. We just need to do that row, stick a couple of extra ladders up. I suppose I could do that. You wouldn't happen to be on the way over, would you, Ice? Par chance. With a little cheeky delivery of rebar ramps for us. Take that, take that. So you got 350 sniper rounds. Oh my god. I've got a sniper rifle. I could go back and get it, mate. Shall I come over? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. Are you gonna use all those sniper rounds? What, because it might just be me and you tomorrow, Ice. What's that, chicks? Razor wire. We had razor wire in Alpha 14. We modded that in, didn't we? I can't remember who made the razor wire, but it was bloody beautiful. Got feathers and rounds. I'll give you some. I'll tell you what then. Let me come back over. Ice. I mean, if you want to drop the rebar off, we'll drop it off at mine if it's closer. I'm going to go and get the sniper rifle that I've got. And we can split them. At least then with two of us with sniper rifles, we can double... damage output on the... It's up there, isn't it? On the exploding police. What's that, Marker? How is it with the server holding up or client in general performance? I'm getting better performance in Alpha 16. It's weird because a lot of people are saying the opposite. So it seems to be one of those hit and miss things. I'm pretty confident that people that have seen a degradation in performance have maybe not wiped their registries. Which is where a lot of the, if you like, video settings are actually stored. The size of that bloody bear over there. So, because it seems weird that I'm getting better performance than I was, and other people are getting worse, but... Yeah, I mean, the server's been super stable. I mean, in fact, the only problem I've had has been a result of my own internet today. There was a problem with our local exchange, apparently, so... my internet's been a bit intermittent today. But it seems to have been resolved, because since we came back on about 3 hours ago, we've not had a single dropped frame. So it looks like that's resolved, at least for the time being. It's not the blocks though, Jan. It's everything else, mate. It's just testing everything's in place, everyone knowing what they're doing. We're really pushing this, man. We're really pushing it. Yeah, can do, Zar. Can do, mate. And like I said, we'll try and make sure we're on say 9 o'clock or so. I don't know, it just depends. It's really hard for me to... It just depends on how much I can get done tonight, mate. What I'll do is I'll give a heads up on Discord. I'll say, right, you know, we'll definitely be on in an hour, say, what, 30 minutes or whatever. As much time as I can try and foresee, I suppose. Take care, Black Dog. You alright, Just Too White? How you doing? Yeah, I'm not sure how it is single player, because it's one of those strange games where if you've got a good server, it actually plays a little bit better on the server. It's almost like some of the CPU stress, I suppose, maybe from the zombie UI is offloaded a little bit from the primary client. I hate coming across this. I so am building a bridge. I swear to God. If this server stays up, I'm building a bridge across this valley. That would be a really cool project. It's a major pain in the bum bum. In the bum bum. Yeah, doing alright, thanks, sir. Just alright, mate. I don't think we've had a horde today. No, we've not had a horde today. We had it back end of yesterday, didn't we? So we've been horde free. It was a disaster yesterday. We literally all got to the house, and the house is obviously somewhat destroyed. And some clever sod decided to stick a block on it, and it all collapsed and took 2 of us out before the horde even hit. So then Ice and I managed to jump on our bikes and leg it to another property just down the road. We at one point, it was looking a little bit dicey, mate. We'd got a police zombie that was just shooting up at us and wrecking the roof. But we were a bit lucky, and the horde eventually got stuck spawning in against the side of a cliff and did their old tunnelling trick, which sort of saved us, I think, to be honest. Oh, I never got to see that, actually, Zaranthy. Did you ever get any screenshots? Was that on Mojo's server? I know you all mentioned building a big-ass bridge. Thanks, chicks. Cheers, bro. Thanks for letting us know, mate. The keeper of the logs, yeah? Yes, I'll tell you what, Greg. It's my biggest fear for this build is the police zombies, mate. Not only do they ignore the traps, and are pretty much, for all intents and purposes, immune to them. That means as soon as they get to, it's why, to be honest, this build we could almost, if I had all the time in the world, right, I would actually have right on the end of each tunnel, I would have 2 shotguns. Aiming down near the electrical wire. It's heavy on it. Epic run. Epic run, Elionia. You got no idea how hard that is to do with a Steam controller. I've lost the mini boy. It's alright, we found it. How's things, Eliani? You alright, mate? What was that then? Did I just see? Oh, there's a zombie around there. Yeah, sorry. I would actually have shotguns right on the end of the tunnels, yeah? That would be only activated by a switch that we controlled in the central hub area. It's something that I will definitely expand on as we continue to work with this particular concept. So when we see a zombie cop, so imagine we're looking down this channel. We see a zombie cop. I literally smack a button next to me. So a flick switch, or a knife switch as they're called. That would instantly power the turrets at the end, and those turrets would take out that particular zombie policeman. And then as soon as he's down, I turn it off to conserve ammunition. Do you see where I'm going? It's something I have thought about a lot, about having almost like a central station for additional firepower. I was thinking about using that for the vultures, but I think if the vultures are going to be hitting you, you're not going to know because you're going to be so invested looking down the goddamn kill tunnels. You're just not going to see them before they're on you. So I think we need to keep the vultures automated. But I like the idea of an active shotgun defense that you literally, for the majority of the horde, you just don't need it. So why waste the ammunition? But when a big dude comes in, including the behemoth, you've got 2 shotguns, just pew 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 in it, a couple of 100 rounds in each. It's an idea. Have you got the rebar ice? Is he put it in the chest, do you think? Oh, he has. Oh, you star, you star, you star, you star. Right, let me get my... Got a sniper rifle somewhere. 43 quality. That is shockingly bad, isn't it? That is so shockingly bad. Shall I take the chainsaw as well? A bit more ammo. I had 20 rounds, ice, but... Is there anything else we needed? We needed forged iron, didn't we? But I think I was out, so... I think it's worth running back to the forges, making a little bit. I'll be using the tunnel. What do you mean? Ice. Not sure what you mean, mate. You tried playing this with a Steam controller and it would not work. You shouldn't have any problems, but that's not really going to help you, is it, Elion? If you want to jump on Discord, I can walk you through it if you want later tonight. So I've had no problems with it. In fact, the only time I did have a problem was because it was Starvation. So I had to set up, if you like, a non-Steam game profile for it. So it would sort of get the hook. It would know that it was there. Forged iron. I am gonna... How much can I make? Let me make 400 of that. Because I need quite a few doors and quite a few ladders. But I'm not going to be able to do it for the next horde. Okay, we're out of luck on repair kits, chicks. I just literally haven't got time to stop and manufacture them. But we're just gonna have to bite the bullet and hope for the best here, mate. Otherwise, we're gonna have to delay it 7 days, which I really wish that we could do. But Turtle Yoda, how you doing, mate? Thank you for the follow, mate. Yeah, I always play this game with a Steam controller. I never use... Well, I've not used keyboard and mouse for, well, thousands of hours now. Since I got the Steam controller. What's that, Permin? What's the temp command? Oh, you mean in chat? Oh, I ain't got a clue, mate. So someone will be able to show you, I'm sure. TTS temp or something, isn't it? I don't know, because I don't really use them, so... Fun aesthetic idea. Put a power relay on top of a couple of 50 pillars as a power line. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, that's nice, actually. Yeah, that's a cool idea. I am looking forward to playing with the lights and stuff at my own personal camp a little bit once we've got this build operational. This is just sucking all my time at the moment, so... Oh my god! Let that thing happen again. Let's see if we can bypass that. Oh, I think it's about... Is that the 4th time we've had that? And then we're nowhere near the trader this time. So, I don't know. It's definitely the trader Boeing, though, isn't it? There's no doubt about it. It's somehow associated with that no-go zone. I just haven't got a chance, Ossa. Honestly, mate, I've not got a spare second, dude. We are now officially... We've got 24 hours, mate. And I've still got stuff I'd love to, mate. I'd love to crack on with the farm, but right now it's all hands on deck, I think. Because anything I've forgotten now, it's too late. So if I've made a balls up, or I've not even double checked all the timers. You know, if one of those activation traps is not set for the right 1 minute or anything like that, we're out, mate. We're going down. I suppose you've still got an element of luck depending on which kill sort of tunnel they come down, but... Right, Chillerome. Right, I'm going to just make it back before the 3 o'clock line, aren't I? Which gives us exactly 1 hour tomorrow, if I can't get back later. So, we've achieved the near impossible this week, to be fair. It's amazing how you start feeling like there's not much left to do, and then before you know it... I mean, at the start of today, I thought we got loads of time. We're going with a good 2 days free to go and get nitrate. No chance, mate. Not even close. Thank you for the follow, Griffs. Thanks very much, mate. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you. All hands on the Grumbuland. Still plenty of room to spare, mate. Yeah, hopefully for the next horde we won't have to worry too much, Malky. I mean, what we'll do after this, we'll assess just how badly it's gone. Because it is going to be a mess. There's going to be things that we just didn't foresee. We'll gauge the overall effectiveness of it. We'll spend that first few days, you know, initiating repairs and everything. And then I'll probably spend the rest of that following week getting ammunition prepped and ready for the following horde. So at least, you know, the following week I can then start playing about with my own build, if you like. Because there's definitely stuff I want to do there. And maybe do one of the spires. I think it'd be nice to get one of the spires done before we wipe. Just so we can gauge what it looks like. Because I think it's going to look really cool. I do think it's going to look pretty cool. Black puff of smoke. Oh, sorry, come off. Did we have anything on the bike we needed? I'm going to take the meat stew. I'm going to take some more of that. Let's take the gas. If you like.
Hello?
Alright, that's it then. We're going down. I can't go in via here because I haven't not done the ladder system. Oh, thank you, SF. Sorry, was that Fluke? Sorry, Fluke. Thank you for the follow, mate. So hordes are getting harder. Yeah, they are. Yeah, definitely. I didn't miss anyone in chat there, did I? Thank you, Fluke. Oh, hatches. Hatches. Oh, God, and there's the time, guys. There's the time. Oh, man, this is going to be manic when we get back, guys. Absolutely manic. Right. Well done, everyone. Thanks to everyone on the server helping out as well today. It's going to be nightmarish. It's truly going to be nightmarish, but it's also going to be a lot of fun. So we will be back tomorrow. If I can get back later, I will make sure everyone's got at least an hour's notice. I just want to go and get this eye sorted. Otherwise, we might end up with all sorts of problems. So thank you for the bits, Wentex. Thank you all so much. Really nice to see you again today as well, Christian. Thanks for popping your head up. Always nice to see you, mate. Oh, Permarin, thank you for the sub, dude. Right at the end as well, mate. Thank you very much for the sub. Let's please get some signing out sub love out there in chat for Permarin. Thank you very much, mate. Always nice to see you, Permarin. Nice to know you got the summer off over there in Norway as well, mate. You're not touching the Grumbul and Grump, and there's nothing that's going to change that. Lies, Asawalden. Lies, mate. Thank you all, as always, so much for watching. Honestly, guys, I really feel like I'm letting you down not getting the evening streams on right now, but I think I do need to go and get this looked at because it's obviously not okay. So let's go and get that sorted, and hopefully we can get some fun in on Thursday, Friday. I will be back tomorrow. I'll try and get on as early as I can. I promise. Discord, if you're on the server, keep checking server chat. I'll try and get a good 1 hour's notice before I start heading back from work, so you know exactly what time we're coming on. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Zed Postmus. Thank you very much for the follow. Cheers for the going out sub there, Permarin. Have a wonderful. What day is it? Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday today, isn't it? Have a wonderful Wednesday evening, everybody. And like I said, thank you very much for joining us. Please come and join us on Discord, !Discord. That's where we've been sort of discussing the build and all things 7 days, as well as a whole multitude of other things, including t-shirts, crabs, and Zaranthian's penis fetish. It's quite interesting. And and also on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter if you want to know when the streams go live. All the links are down below. But !Discord is probably the most important one if you do want to come and join our community outside of the stream. Thank you all so much for making today absolutely marvellous, as always. You bunch of trolley McTrollers with your inside corners. I will never forgive you all. And I'll see you tomorrow. You take care. Thank you for watching.